Competition is survival. And it grows even more evident in the face of a potent rival. And in Philippine basketball, there's only one rivalry that says it all. Crispa versus Toyota. Or maybe you'd prefer Toyota versus Crispa. Whose side are you on? My name is Lord de Vera. And this is Basketball Almanac. Let's rock and roll.
There's a dead ball situation now. They can call for a 30-second injury timeout.
These two teams really playing ball.
In Philippine basketball, it's the mother of all rivalries. The winner takes it all. The loser takes the fall. So explosive was the Crispa-Toyota rivalry that it can divide a nation.
Good pass to get up in. Fade away by Abit.
It was a long-running feud that shook Philippine basketball to its core.
These two teams really playing ball.
Fernandez. Beautiful pass by Francis.
Here is Moncruz shaking off.
Tore the Philippine basketball archipelago asunder. A true rivalry for the ages. Every match, a full contact combat.
And here is Abe Kenyon. 3-on-2. Good.
You can see both
Bernie Fabiosa.
After 35 years and more than 100 games, the intensity and competition are forever seared onto our collective basketball memories.
there again. A good alley-oop. Yeah, alley-oop pass to Ramon.
As far as I can remember, parang pag lumaban si Pacquiao, lahat ng taxi drivers tigil, manonood ng TV sa kung saan-saan, no?
From 1975 to 1983, no other rivalry dominated the league, one that cemented the foundation of the PBA's early success. The Crispa Redmanizers were already a feared powerhouse unit in the Manila Industrial and Commercial Athletic Association, or MICA. It was coached by no less than the legendary Virgilio Baby Dalupan.
Crispa really had the greatest amount of star players, people that really played basketball on a very high level. They had a lot of good scorers.
Bounce pass out of the basket.
The Toyota franchise, meanwhile, then carrying the Komatsu Comets label, was a run-and-gun team. Their fast-paced type of play instantly earned the admiration of Pinoy basketball fans.
They played on a very high, fast type of ball game. You know, the thing that Filipinos love at the time, you know, that they would play almost like a very quick, fast-breaking, good precision passing, as well as good outside shooting. Jaworski and nice, and eventually yung mga katulad nila Ramon Fernandez, Arnie Tuadles, Abe King.
Crispa and Toyota clashed in the PBA finals for 6 consecutive conferences from 1975 to 76. Toyota gained the head start, winning its first 2 championships in the PBA's maiden season. But Crispa denied Toyota the league's first ever Grand Slam by winning the 3rd Conference All-Filipino Championship in a pulsating 3-2 victory. The Redmanizers then defeated the Comets in all 3 conference finals in 1976 to become the PBA's first Grand Slam team. Every Crispa-Toyota encounter was a veritable dogfight, a battle for approval and survival. Like gladiators of ancient Rome, engage in brutal combat till only one remains standing. The highly physical plays often led to a number of ugly scuffles. On May 10, 1975, Toyota's Oscar Rocha punched Crispa's Bernie Fabiosa with about 3 seconds left in the contest. Rocha received a 1-month suspension and was fined 500 pesos, while Fabiosa was meted a 50 peso penalty for throwing the ball at Cristino Reynoso, who was slapped a 25 peso fine for making dirty hand gestures. On April 17, 1977, Crispa and Toyota players were detained in Fort Bonifacio after a post-game rumble. The melee left Crispa's Rodolfo Soriano and Ray Franco, as well as Toyota's Jaworski Fernandez and Rodolfo Ompong Segura, nursed with nasty cuts and lumps in different parts of their bodies. Both teams were also ordered to pay a 5,000 peso fine.
Bata pa kami nung araw no? So makukulit pa. So it was really because of our loyalty to our team. As I said, bawal matalo sa Crispa, and the same with Crispa, bawal din matalo sa Toyota.
Ang maganda lang dyan, talagang pag kami nagharap, talagang bugbugan, kumbaga. Ayaw magpatalo yung isa't isa.
The Roadrunner goes for 3 points. Oh, what a...
Crispa and Toyota did not face each other in the finals until the 1979 All-Filipino Conference, when the Redmanizers prevailed in the title game for the 5th straight time. Toyota finally snapped its string of finals losses to Crispa in the 3rd Conference Invitational Championship. Both teams met again in the finals of the 1981 Open Conference in what would be their last championship duel. The Super Diesels upended the Redmanizers 103-97 in the 5th and final game of the Best-of-5 series on July 25, 1981. That game also ended the rivals' head-to-head finals matchup, with Crispa winning 6 titles to Toyota's 4.
It is not really a block. It was kind of short, and there's a tumble by Fabiosa trying to save it. You see a lot of bodies plunging dry.
Crispa had a near-perfect conference back in 1980. The defending champion Redmanizers swept all their 9 games in the eliminations of the All-Filipino Cup. They made it 14 in a row in the quarterfinals and later 17-0 after dominating the round-robin semis. Against fierce rival Toyota in the best-of-5 finals, the Redmanizers aced their first 2 assignments before absorbing their only defeat, 94-97 in Game 3. But the Redmanizers still retained the crown, ripping Toyota in Game 4, 105-91, to cap a 20-1 conference record.
Every rivalry has a story. It has a beginning, a middle, and an end. And for Crispa, Toyota, the best storytellers are, of course, its players. Let's listen to their stories.
Atoy Ko against Era Rivalry, Philip Cesar.
Crispa and Toyota battled a total of 123 games from 1975 to 1983.
Fernandez failed to materialize in a basket.
They shared 21 of the 26 PBA championships during that span, with Crispa earning 13 titles against Toyota's 9.
And look at that defense, but the Relosa made it.
Get up in.
The Redmanizers also tallied 63 wins over Toyota's 60. But does this mean that Crispa is the better team?
They had the more talented team as well as the deeper bench. They were built on a team that would have 12 good players. Their coach at that time, of course, was Baby Dalupan, followed later by Tommy Manotoc, both Grand Slam winners. They knew how to use their players properly, so they were deeper. They could go deep to their bench, while Toyota was limited more to about 6 or 7 real quality players.
9 former members of the Mika shed their amateur status and formed the PBA. Crispa, Toyota, Universal Textiles, Royal True Orange, Noritake, Concepcion Industries Carrier, Tanduay, CFC Presto, and 7-Up. Though the other 7 teams have their own set of superstars, it was Crispa and Toyota that really stood out with their considerable roster of talents and depth of support forces. Crispa had the likes of Atoy Ko, William Bogs Adornado, Freddy Hobalde, Philip Cesar, and Bernie Fabiosa.
Well, if you talk about Crispa, I think the most popular players there were, of course, Atoyco and Philip Cesar, and as well as William Adornado. No, Bogs, he was probably the best small forward our country ever had. And then, obviously, later on, Abet Gidaben, Bernard Fabiosa, Freddy Hubalde, who also became an MVP. There are a lot of good players. Joy Dionisio, even a guy like Tito Varela became popular, even though he was just a role player.
Yung team namin, pwede ngang i-divide dyan sa, kung 15 yan, pwedeng 3 eh. Pagka pinaglaro mo lahat yan at lahat desididong manalo, talagang mahihirapan yung kalaban mo.
That's right. Yes, Fernandez finally.
Toyota, for its part, bristled with the triumvirate of Ramon Fernandez, Sonny Jaworski, and Francis Arnaiz.
If you go to the other side, obviously, Robert Jaworski, he was a leader as well as probably the most charismatic player the country had during that period. Then his buddy, his backcourt players, si Francis Arnaiz, then Ramon Fernandez, and eventually Toyota did get Abe King, Arne Tuadles, a lot of other good players, Fort Acuna.
In retrospect, Crispa looked like the more talented team, producing 5 most valuable players, backstopped by a deep bench that can play as good as their starters, not to mention being handled by the legendary Baby Dalupan. But as they say, true, intense rivals are mirrors of each other's strengths and weaknesses. And Toyota wasn't far behind with a roster beaming with its own charisma, swagger, and overwhelming sense of motivation.
Siyempre, pride yan eh. I mean, it was like bragging rights kung sino manalo or everything. So every time you go into the court, there was no need for motivation. The coaches, the owners, they didn't have to motivate the players. When they went in there, it was a matter of pride for that one game. So tomorrow, ako nanalo, so I have a couple of weeks to brag that I beat you. Or I won the championship over you.
Crispa and Toyota played their last official PBA game on October 9, 1983, when the former beat its arch-nemesis, 111-96. Toyota disbanded on February 1984, while Crispa followed suit a year later.
El Presidente for Ramon Fernandez. Number 7, the Big J, Senator Robert Sonny Jaworski.
But on May 30, 2003, Crispa and Toyota once again faced off in a highly anticipated reunion game for the PBA's All-Star Weekend festivities.
Toyota in almost 3 minutes has it. Cesar may go in all the way against Jaworski, but he overshoots a mark, and the layup follow-up is good. We have Abed Gidaben. Rocha, and there was Philip Cesar going up to Gidaben, while Senator Jaworski went up to Rocha. Okay, hold it down. Look at Terry Saldana.
This time, however, Toyota beat its arch-rival, 65-61, behind the gutsy plays of Jaworski and Fernandez, 2 legends with themselves their own history of animosity. Toyota and Crispa had 2 of the country's best centers at the height of their PBA rivalry. Ramon Fernandez of Toyota and Abet Gidaben of Crispa were both so good at that time that the league even prevented them from playing together to preserve balance in the PBA. Fernandez and Gidaben would later trade places twice. In 1985, Bierhausen shipped El Presidente to Tanduay for Gidaben. And in 1988, the former Crispa big man went to Pure Foods in exchange for Fernandez, who tied up with San Miguel Beer.
The Crispa-Toyota rivalry may have ended in the year 1983. But what followed was the birth of a new rivalry. Enter Pure Foods versus Ginebra, a rivalry that somehow traces its roots back to the Crispa Toyota era.
They must be in good physical shape to be.
With Crispa and Toyota already disbanded, the league saw an instant surge of superstars who were free agents. Teams immediately opened their doors to employment, dishing out hefty offers to sign up the great jobless left by Crispa and Toyota's disbandments. Jaworski, Arnaiz, and Fernandez, Toyota's renowned triple threat, went separate ways, with the Big J and Mr. Clutch moving to Ginebra, while El Presidente headed to Tanduay. The Jaworski-Fernandez split would later spark yet another historic rivalry, when the bit of bad blood actually began in the twilight years of the Toyota franchise.
Jaworski got hurt somewhere in the early 80s, so he was out of playing. The leadership wasn't there. He wasn't even attending the games, bihira. So obviously, ang nagdala ng team was Fernandez and Francis Arnaiz. Nagkaroon ng konting jealousy yan when Jaworski came back and wanted to again exert the leadership that he used to have, which he also probably had the right. So there was a little bit of animosity between them.
Pure Foods eventually bought the Tanduay franchise, and Fernandez took on a playing coach role. On April 5, 1988, Pure Foods and Ginebra met for the first time, with the former drawing first blood 116 to 110. Fernandez was named best player of the game at the Big J's expense.
May samaan ng loob siguro, but wala namang malalim na alitan or something like that.
The two squads again faced off in the semifinals of the 1988 Open Conference, where Pure Foods outshined Ginebra 111 to 109. For the PBA's legion of fans, the memo was loud and clear. A new rivalry was born. It was later christened Manila Clasico. The Pure Foods Ginebra matchup brought a new demographic of fans to the PBA. Like Crispa and Toyota, Ginebra and Pure Foods cater to contrasting sets of supporters. Ginebra was branded the team of the masses, while Pure Foods was deemed a glamour group with a much younger fan base.
And these players were all glamour players of the youth. We're talking about Jojo Lastimosa, Jerry Cordillera, Alvin Patrimonio, who came in the second conference. These were the younger kids that were very well-known in college and university. So obviously, may dala silang kanilang mga following from that time.
Good save by Jaworski.
The squad's first meeting in an all-Filipino tournament saw Ginebra, then called Añejo, lose a big 19-point third-quarter lead to yield a 114 to 110 contest to Pure Foods.
It was Jolas that took it away from Dante Gonzalgo. And follow up by Patrimonio.
The game also marked the debut of Alvin Patrimonio, a rookie who went on to become one of the team's pillars in the future. With the eventual trade of Fernandez to San Miguel, the captain became the new go-to guy and leader of the Pure Foods franchise.
Alvin Patrimonio is the best power forward this country has ever seen. If you know how good Alvin was, I mean, he could do everything. He was a great defender, great rebounder. He could score anytime he wanted to, especially under the paint. He's only 6'3", and nowadays, yung mga power forwards are almost all 6'4", 6'5", 6. But he had the best pivot moves underneath the basket. He was very wise. He knew how to pass the ball when he was double-teamed.
Ball club. Block inside Patrimonio.
Just like the Big J, the captain was also oozing with charisma and exceptional basketball skills.
He loved his fans. He was exactly like Joe. Uli rin lumalabas ng locker room yan after a game, win or lose.
His heart and his passion in basketball, simple lang. Yun lang. My experience with playing with Alvin, as a rookie pa lang, parang he's the first and last to go sa gym.
Led by Patrimonio, Pure Foods went on to win several championships until the mid-90s, while Ginebra struggled and languished at the bottom of the standings. For nearly 2 years, Ginebra was winless against Pure Foods, which strung up 8 consecutive wins against its rivals. Ginebra's run-and-gun style hardly put a dent on Pure Foods and its more methodical set plays, of course, with Patrimonio at the helm.
Yung focus namin more on defense. But on the other side, we have scorers like Lindo, Jerry, Alvin. So parang perfect talaga na we have defense and we have offense.
With the Big J's departure in 1999, Patrimonio became the undisputed face of the league. Minus Jaworski, Ginebra groped to find a new identity and a go-to guy to help them win their battles against Pure Foods. 2 years later, Ginebra brought in Mark Caguioa, a virtual unknown from the rookie draft. The man who would later be called the Spark caught the fancy of millions of Ginebra fans and became their new rallying point with his spunk and swagger. Kagiwa's entry also came at a time when Patrimonio was close to retirement. It was Purefood's turn to infuse itself with fresh blood.
7 in the game for Kagiwa. James Yap from the outside, 3 points.
But the search did not take long. In 2004, the team drafted UE Red Warrior star James Yap for its second overall pick.
If you look at them, they're both positions. Fast, mabilis maglaro, smart, great shooters. And both of them could score heavily. So they're both great scorers. Great charisma nila with the public. They like him.
The man with a million moves has the ball, and he will try to win the game against Adriano. James Yap.
Unlike Kagiwa, Yap was already a well-known player in the collegiate and amateur ranks. Big Game James also appeared to be the perfect replacement for Patrimonio. He was a complete package fit for the franchise. Popular, good-looking, and beamed with a wholesome image. Like a shy boy next door type.
Yung prime ni James Yap noon, you know, always, it was so hard. You got to go 2-3 screens just to get over the pick. It's really tough to defend those kind of players. I wanted to perform better and better than James. For me, I was looking at, you know, I'm challenging James, you know, and he's challenging me. The way I looked at it, you know, katulad nung yung rivalry na ganun, I didn't want him to outshow me.
So far, Yap has won the MVP plum twice, while Kagiwa took the same award only once. Both have also been part of the mythical teams several times. But during the 2016 to 2017 off-season, Yap was shipped to rain or shine in exchange for Paul Lee, marking the end of the Yap-Kagiwa matchup. The days of hardcore hostilities may have long been gone. Bloody at all costs may have been a thing of the past. But for storied rivals Crispa, Toyota, and Purefoods Ginebra, the legendary battles will remain as classic, as memorable, and as timeless as the sharp, deadly diamonds.
Rivalries make the best stories. And beyond the stats and the physical play, it's an enduring narrative that still excites to this day. As if it's the basketball god's way of saying that the game is here to stay. This is me, Lourdes de Vera. Thanks for watching Basketball Almanac.
Get access and watch your favorite sporting events on Pilipinas Live with these easy steps. Download via Google Play or App Store. Once downloaded, enter a valid email address. Verify the OTP sent to your email address. Note that the OTP is valid for 5 minutes and for one-time use only. If no OTP is received, you may click on the Resend OTP button. Once successful, create and enter your password. Accept the terms and conditions to complete your registration. You can now log on to Pilipinas Live. Subscribe now for only 149 pesos monthly.
You know what I love about Pilipinas Live? I can watch me. Pilipinas Live lets me watch in different angles. No. I'm referring to the multi-cam feature. It allows me to chat with the other viewers too, which means I can read your comments too. Come on, guys. That's what I'm talking about. And it's not just games, there's original content too. And that is Pilipinas Love. Pilipinas Live.
Pilipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP, all in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Pilipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
The season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays. Talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all-out passion. All the time. All with Pilipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
Get access and watch your favorite sporting events on Pilipinas Live with these easy steps. Download via Google Play or App Store. Once downloaded, enter a valid email address. Verify the OTP sent to your email address. Note that the OTP is valid for 5 minutes and for one-time use only. If no OTP is received, you may click on the Resend OTP button. Once successful, create and enter your password. Accept the terms and conditions to complete your registration. You can now log on to Pilipinas Live. Subscribe now for only 149 pesos monthly.
You know what I love about Filipinas Live? I can watch me. Filipinas Live lets me watch in different angles. No. I'm referring to the multi-cam feature. It allows me to chat with the other viewers too, which means I can read your comments too. Come on, guys. That's what I'm talking about. And it's not just games, there's original content too. And that is Filipinas Love. Filipinas Live.
Pilipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP. All in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Pilipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
The season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays. Talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all-out passion. All the time. All with Pilipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
Get access and watch your favorite sporting events on Pilipinas Live with these easy steps. Download via Google Play or App Store. Once downloaded, enter a valid email address. Verify the OTP sent to your email address. Note that the OTP is valid for 5 minutes and for one-time use only. If no OTP is received, you may click on the Resend OTP button. Once successful, create and enter your password. Accept the terms and conditions to complete your registration. You can now log on to Pilipinas Live. Subscribe now for only 149 pesos monthly.
You know what I love about Filipinas Live? I can watch me. Filipinas Live lets me watch in different angles. No. I'm referring to the multi-cam feature. It allows me to chat with the other viewers too, which means I can read your comments too. Come on, guys. That's what I'm talking about. And it's not just games, there's original content too. And that is Filipinas Love. Filipinas Live.
Pilipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP, all in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Pilipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
The season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays. Talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all-out passion. All the time. All with Pilipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
Get access and watch your favorite sporting events on Pilipinas Live with these easy steps. Download via Google Play or App Store. Once downloaded, enter a valid email address. Verify the OTP sent to your email address. Note that the OTP is valid for 5 minutes and for one-time use only. If no OTP is received, you may click on the Resend OTP button. Once successful, create and enter your password. Accept the terms and conditions to complete your registration. You can now log on to Pilipinas now for only 149 pesos monthly.
You know what I love about...
PBA basketball, ginilian ng gusto. Shoot, sabay, sigaw. Dribble tapos hataw. Hiya parang lindol. Buzzer beater ni Idol. Halos di magkahinga. Sa talbog ng bola, ang puso ay natatala. Sino ang magiging bida? Solid ang lawan, malupit ng galawan. Solid ang fans, malakas ang hiyawan. Ang aksyon ay walang hinto. Sa solid na laro. Solid ang lawan.
When you're falling, it feels like you're flying until you hit the ground. These two teams won their first games of the conference, have not won since then. They're on losing streaks. They want to break their slumps in this game here at the Ninoy Aquino Stadium in Manila today on PBA Wednesday. I'm Charlie Cuna together with the Dean, Quinito Henson. Which slump or losing streak will stop today, Dean?
Alam mo, nakakagulat ka ang record ng parehong koponan, no? You've got Blackwater, they have lost their last 3 games, but they won their first one. Tapos you've got Titan naman, they've lost their last 4. They also won their first game. Now, both these teams had identical records in the Philippine Cup last season. 2 wins, 9 losses. But things have changed since then, Charlie, because Titan, they've brought in 6 veteran transfers. They brought in 3 rookies, and Blackwater with 3 veteran transfers and 2 rookies. Bago mga lineup nitong dalawa.
Pag tingnan natin yung ating team standings, andun sila, medyo sa may ibaba. Pinakababa, mababa itong Titan Ultra at 1-4 tied with Terra Firma and Phoenix. A little bit higher is Blackwater with 1 less loss they're at 1-3 solo sila sa pwesto na yan.
Yun ang pinaglalabanan, no? Kung sino nga ang magiging last place dito. Titan looking to break that 4-game losing streak. Blackwater looking to break that 3-game winning losing streak. And something's got to give. Now, one of these teams is going to go to 2 wins after this game, Charlie, and that will equal the record of either team in the last Philippine Cup Conference.
Tama yun. No? Pag-usapan natin yung masakit na pagkatalo ng Titan sa huling laban nila. Dito rin nangyari yan, Dinido, itong rain or shine, eking it out with just seconds to go. 4 crucial free throws by Anton Asisio giving them the victory, but Titan was up by 19 prior to that.
Asakit ang pagkatalo. Yes, the biggest lead of Titan was 19. You see that on your screens. Tapos naman makikita natin sa field goal percentage, doon nagkakatalo. Titan only shooting 39%, less than 40%. And Rain Shine 44%. The fourth quarter points, 31-19. That's a big difference. And that's all the Elasticators needed to break into that win column. And also in that game, natalo ang Titan sa paint points by 22. They also lost the bench scoring by 32.
How does Titan bounce back sa game na ito? Well, they can lean on this guy because his stats in that game against Rain or Shine were awesome yet again. He's had some big scoring nights this conference. He had 31 and 18 rebounds, Dean.
Well, Calvin Abueva averaging 22.3 points, 9.3 rebounds in this conference. And in the last Philippine Cup Conference, he averaged only 9.9 points, 6.6 rebounds. Now this guy, since moving into the Titan lineup, has had some breakout games. He had a 41-point game, and last time out, he had 31 points and 18 rebounds. So he's clearly the leader of this team. But you know what? It's not only Abueva, it's also Joshua Munson. He also does a lot of work for this team along with this guy, Aljun Melesio.
Tama yun. Ang ganda ng laro ni Aljun Melesio. He was practically unconscious, especially in that first half, Dean. Nung sunod-sunod siyang nakakatira mula sa labas, even if he's falling sideways, he looked off balance. He was hitting those shots, and hopefully for Coach Cardell, it carries over to this game.
Well, good to see Aljun Melesio back in form, 21 points, big ones para sa kanya. For the conference, he's averaging 5.6 points, but he's shooting 41.7% from 3-point distance and 1 out of 1 from 4-point distance. And that's already an improvement from last conference where he averaged only 4.4 points and 19.4% from 3-point distance.
Tama yun. And we talk about this fellow on your screens right now. Joshua Munzon, former #1 pick, had a stellar game actually against Rain or Shine. 15 points, 13 boards, 8 assists, almost a triple-double. The problem is people are now questioning yung kanyang basketball IQ because in the end game, he committed that crucial foul which sent Asisio to the line.
Masakit yun because that crucial foul erased the 3-point lead of Titan in the end game, and as a result, Titan lost that game by 1 point. Itong ginawa ni Joshua Munson, solid numbers in that loss to Rain or Shine, and for the conference, he's averaging 21.6 points, 5.8 rebounds, 5.2 assists. You can't ask anything more from this guy. He's also averaging 35 minutes a game, and that's the most of any Titan player.
Tama yun. So, di pa tayo nag-umpisa ng ating laban. Pupuntahan na natin to brighten everyone's day. We'll go to Apple David.
In that Titan Rain or Shine game, particularly in the fourth quarter, lumabas yung maturity and experience ng Elasto Painters. Not just the players, but even the coaches, the same way na na-expose how the Giant Risers are still a young team trying to figure out how to play with each other. Lalo na pag crunch time, they are a team who's still building a stronger bond. Sabi nga ni Coach John Cardell, it's about playing until the end, making the right decisions until the final buzzer. Pero, ang maganda dito sa Titan, yes, sayang yung game nila, but they're trying to be super positive about that the whole game. They are moving forward, maganda yung body language ng players, and taking this game against Blackwater as an opportunity to bounce back. Attorney Charlie and the Dean.
Well, there's nowhere else to go but forward para sa Titan. Masakit na pagkatalo nila. They need to go on and face Blackwater, which itself is in a losing streak, as we said earlier. Yung huling laban ng Blackwater and loss to the NLEX Road Warrior. This was the score, 99-88 in favor of NLEX. And here are the numbers kung bakit naman sila natalo doon.
Well, check out yung assist to turnover ratio ng Blackwater. 17 assists, tapos 13 turnovers. Actually, not too bad, but much better assist to turnover ratio for NLEX. 25, or rather 26-7. Yung assist total nila, that paled the comparison to NLEX. Patapos yung turnovers nila, They were -6 in that department. Plus in the points in the paint. Nako! Tinambakan sila in that department by NLEX by 16. Also in the rebounding department, they were -5. And, you know, Blackwater really has to work a little bit harder, especially off the boards in this game.
You always look for some silver linings kahit natalo sila sa huling laban. Cedric Bearfield had himself quite an impressive ball game there, especially in the category of turnovers. He took care of the ball and was very effective sa game and efficient.
Well, good to see that Bearfield showing a tremendous composure, maturity, and poise in that contest. 0 turnover. Ang gaya na sinabi mo, solid yun. Tapos 19 points, but that's a little less than his average this conference. He was 3 out of 9 from 3-point distance. This conference, he's actually averaging 22.7 points a game, shooting 46.2% from 3-point distance. So very clearly, this guy is the rifleman para sa Blackwater.
Yun na nga, Cedric Bearfield always banking on this guy. Si Coach Jeff come up with a good game, orchestrate para sa kanyang koponan. But you know, same as you said about Titan Dean, he's not alone. No? He has guys like Christian David, a guy who's 6'4", 6'5", can stretch the floor a little bit, can play inside as well, has some leaping ability. You know, he had a great start to this conference. First 3 games siya, maganda kanyang kamada. Pero against NLEX, did not shoot well at all, and you know, his game just dipped.
Well, you take a look at his point total in that game against NLEX. Bumaba from his average of the first 3 games, 16.3, bumaba sa 9 points. Ang kanyang production against NLEX. Also, his rebounding was slightly less than his average. And in assists, nakalimutan niyang mamasa. 0 assists in that contest. And, you know, Christian David, he's shooting 54.2% from 3-point distance. But, you know, Charlie, this guy, he's got the height to be able to dominate inside. He can post up, but he likes to shoot that 3. And if he's hitting 54.2% from the 3-point arc, he's going to keep shooting from that distance.
Yun na nga eh. Pero it all starts with the orchestration of the plays para sa kanila. They have a rookie who can help in that department. His name's Dalf Panopio. He was the 3rd pick of the draft sa huling draft natin. Yung mga numero niya slowly but surely are been going up every game.
Well, you like what Panopio has done so far. The kid's 25 years old. He's 6'1". But you remember he played for the Philippines in the Under-18 Asia Tournament. Also in the Under-19 FIBA World Cup. So this guy has experience as a national player. Ito po ang ginawa niya against NLEX. Actually, only 2 players from Blackwater scored in double figures against the Road Warriors. Panopio at saka si Bearfield. So, a bit more balance in the offense from Blackwater. Yan ang hinihingi ni Coach Jeff Cariaso in this contest.
Alright, so ito na, naghahanda na ang Blackwater at ang Titan para magbakbakan dito. A losing streak will end today for one of these teams which have been falling freely. As we look at the bossing, ito yung ating mga opisyales. Mike Flor-Delisa is the crew chief. Joel Baldago, may tokayo Charlie Amparado, and Cherwil Solon, yung ating mga opisyales. Referees calling the game. And they're going to call out the starting lineups now. Jay De La Cruz will holler the names. Let's listen in.
Let us now meet the starters first for the Titan Ultra Giant Racers. Point guard from Valencia City, Bukidnon, number 11, Aljon Melisho. Shooting guard led the league in steals the past 2 seasons from Bacolod, Pampanga, number 24, Joshua Monzon. Small forward is from Manila, number 19, Bon Basumal. Power forward is a 2-time best player of the conference from Balibago, Angeles City, Pampanga, number 8, Kelvin Abueva. And at center from Lalo, Cagayan, number 9, Mario Barasi Jr. Coaching the Giant Racers is John Cattan. And it's time to meet the starters for the Blackwater Bossing. Point guard is the 3rd overall pick in this year's draft from Mabini, Batangas, number 9, Dal Panopio. The shooting guard led all rookies in scoring last year from Batangas, number 2, Cedric Bearfield. Small forward from San Mateo Rizal, number 14, Troy Manilin. Power forward led the bossing in rebounds last season from the city of San Fernando, Pampanga, number 25, Christian David. And at center from Orani, Bataan, number 8, Bradwin Guindo. Coaching the bossing is Jeff Cariaso. Game officials are Mike Flordelita, Joel Baldago, Charlie Amparato, and Sherwin Salon.
Looking to stop the slump. Isa sa mga kupunan na ito. Yan ang mga star nerf natin on your screens. You see them. And you know, they're gonna be battling for sure. Naka-dark uniforms, black. Itong Titan, nakaputi naman ng Blackwater Bossing. And they're about to jump it up at center court. It's gonna be the rookie, Barasi. He's gonna be jumping against Christian David. Action beginning at the NAS, and here we go. Abueva, unang possession pa lang, umatake na agad. Nakadraw ng foul against Christian David, who does not agree with referee Charlie Amparado, but it's going to be 2 shots for the Beast.
Looks like very focused si Calvin Abueva in attacking that basket right off the bat from the jump. At just reviewing the starting lineup, si Bearfield did not start for Blackwater last time out, although he had started one previous game. So with his good performance in that game against NLEX where he had 0 turnover, he gets his starting slot back. At sa Titan naman, well, si Malesio is starting every single game this conference for Titan, as well as Abueva. And Barasi getting his 4th start in his 5th game this conference. Barasi is that rookie.
Miss from outside from Cedric Bearfield, up ahead to Munzon. Munzon trying to go baseline, jump step, sabay atake, kick kay Von. Matic 3 yan usually, but that's a miss from Pesumal. He had a couple of those holding laban nila. Here's Dalf Panopio, the rookie we were mentioning during the pregame. Christian David waiting for Bearfield, bounces it over, balik kay Christian, bukas sa 3. Just rolled off the rim.
Open shot for Christian David. And a good pass coming from Bearfield. Ito naman titira sa 3. Si Abueva.
Klarong-klaro na may green light. Very green para kay Calvin Abueva. He can basically do whatever he wants with the basketball once he has it. David posting up, tipped away. Nakuha pa rin ng white shirts. Bearfield 12 on the shot clock.
There's a screen and there's a switch.
Takes it up and then he puts it in. Cedric Bearfield first 2 points ng Bossing.
Hindi na kaya ng switch to be able to defend Cedric Bearfield in that drive towards the basket. There's got to be some help. Bearfield is too shifty.
Parang nagulat nga si Bearfield na open na siya bigla pag screen ng kanyang kakampi. Oh, they're gonna call an offensive foul on Barasi inside the paint, shoved off his defender.
Ito makita natin where Bearfield knew that he had the advantage in quickness, and so he attacked the basket right off. Kailangan naman ng Titan, they've got to be able to make sure that there is some help, especially close to the basket, to prevent those easy shots from the flank.
Guindo hands it off to Panopio. Panopio kick to David. He'll try again. This one is wide left. Unahan sa rebound. Nauna si Pesumal but could not hang on to it. So ang bola nasa Titan, nasa Blackwater pa rin. Fresh 14 para sa kanila.
Gotta hold on to that ball after that miss. Pesumal not able to get a good grip. Ito another chance for Blackwater.
Pangalawa na yan.
Now he's getting open shots. There's not enough challenge in that shot. And if you're a good jump shooter like Bearfield, he's very comfortable taking that medium range jumper.
Barasi Jr. goes to Melesio. He got bumped a little bit, lost the ball, takes it. Bitin ang kanyang tira, bakbakan sa rebound. Barasi and Bearfield battling for it. Jump ball, sasabihin ni referee Baldago at the baseline. It's going to be Barasi and Bearfield, I believe, who will jump it up. Sa height lamang si Barasi, pero sa talon, baka pumalag ito si Cedric Bearfield. They're already jostling for position. May konting tulakan na si Malilin and si Munzon. And referee Baldago says, cut it out. And Barasi will tip it. And Melesio will retrieve it as they get a new chance to try to tie the game or perhaps take the lead with a 3. Melesio all the way to the hoop. Misses the layup. There was some disturbance from Bradwin Ginto.
Second miss now for Aljun Melesio. Here's the outside shot.
Won't go for Malilin. Offensive board for Christian David. Lit ng kanyang bantay. Goes baseline. Then the double team comes. Have to go all the way out to Bearfield. He'll release a 3. That's good! Cedric Fairfield for a 3. He's got 7 points, all points for Blackwater.
Ang sinasabi ni Fairfield, hey, you gave me a ticket back to the starting lineup. I'll make sure that I'll get to the points. And he's been able to deliver so far.
Miss from Monzon, tried to get it back. The ball is loose, nakuha na ni Panopio. Panopio, jumper mula sa linya. It goes for down. And a 9-2 tally right now in favor of Blackwater prompts a timeout from coach John Del Cardel. 8:45 to go in the first period. A quick attack from Blackwater. Here's the three-pointer brought to us by Arena Plus Sportsbook. Bearfield knocked it down.
Motion 1 tayo. Motion 1 tayo. Last motion. Kay Galvin tayo. Okay? Come on, come on. Gio, I got a screen. There's nobody there to show. Guys, he said. Doon sa pin daw. Malayo. Show muna tayo, B. Malayo mo eh. Dapat meeting ka, Gio. Kapasado malayo.
Alright? They the field. Make a move. They don't want to move around. Right? They want to go stop the first 2 passes.
All 3 games, Blackwater lost. Bad start. Yan ang sabi ni Coach Jeff Coriazo. They put themselves on a hole early, pero he also can't help but be happy to see the fight back from his players. 2 sa 3 talo na yon, they even got the lead. Dagdag pa ni Coach Jeff, yes, they know they are a young team, but the togetherness, yung camaraderie is so much better than last season. Yung attitude, yung approach and practice, and the understanding of the role definitely better. Now it's about being better in their respective roles and yung consistency. Attorney Charlie and the Dean.
Siyempre, you want to start the season freshly. No? It was a fresh start for Blackwater. Trying to check that now and move forward. Let's go to the Dean's list para sa Titan muna tayo, Dean.
Well, from the Giant Risers, as they miss another shot there, that time by Calvin Abueva. First, they need to rebound by committee. They're only number 11 sa league standings natin in rebounding. So, Abueva's a leading rebounder and he's not even a center. Next, they need to attack the rim. They're number 1 in fast break points. That means they should be getting a lot of layups and attacks towards the basket. But they're also shooting 43% of their shots from 3 and 4. They're taking too many shots from the outside, which is the reason why their last field goal percentage at only 37.6%. Finally, everything starts with defense. They're last in defense. They're giving up close to 120 points a game. And in their losses to Ginebra, Magnolia, and TNT, their average losing margin was close to 130 points a game.
Grabe yung nangyayari dyan. Puntahan naman natin yung Dean's list para sa Blackwater.
Or for Blackwater, unang-una, they need to capitalize on their size advantage. They've got David, Tratter, they've got Escoto and Guito. They're number 5 in rebounding, and that's something that they can exploit, yung kanilang advantage in size over Titan. Next, they need to share the wealth. Number 11 lang sila sa assist, and they need to be able to keep moving that ball around and sharing the wealth. And right now, they've got a lot of assists piled up. And finally, they need to clamp down on Calvin Abueva. This guy is a born scorer. And here's Bearfield. That time, no passing. Wanted to take the shot all by himself.
Ito yung sinasabi mo, atake na naman si Abueva after missing a couple of shots. Okay pa rin. O yun pa rin yung focus at try to get some points. He gets fouled. 2 free throws coming up. But what about Bearfield, Dean? He already has 9 points. 9 of the 11. Kanya yan sa larong ito.
At hinahanap siya ng kanyang mga kakampi. And we were talking about how important it is for Blackwater to move that ball around because they're only number 11 in assists. They're averaging 16 dimes a game. And Bearfield at saka si Ilagan, they're averaging 3 assists apiece. Gotta be able to jack up that number. Ilagan did not start in this game. He's averaging 22 points a contest in this conference, but did not play the last 2 games. And it would be interesting to find out if Ilagan's going to be able to play. I'm sure Apple David has a story about the fate or the destiny of RK Ilagan in this contest.
We'll hear from her before you know it. It's an 8-point lead still for Blackwater after Abueva split yung kanyang dalawang free throws. Handoff kay Panopio. Baseline. Nowhere to go. He's trapped. Kicks it out to Bearfield. The swing to David. Can he finally get one? Ayaw pa rin. Ginto keeps it alive. Outside to Malilin.
Blackwater doing a good job of getting second chance opportunities. Here's the shot, and no connection.
Sayang yung tira ni Malilin, didn't want to stay down, and then David tried to follow it up, no go. Monzon now, the quick shift in movement, drops it over to Ambohot, blocked by Ginto. Here comes Blackwater heading the other way. Bearfield shoves it over to Troy Malilin, cannot complete the layup, and they converge upon, is that Ambohot? No, Jonicio, Aris Jonicio, the new Titan Ultra Giant Riser coming over from Magnolia in the Chris Kuhn trade. And Arif Jonicio seeing his first action on another team.
And for Aris Jonicio, he brings outside shooting and a defensive orientation. Yan ang kulang na kulang sa Titan. Nasabi natin kanina how important it is for these guys to toughen up defensively. And actually coming off that timeout, Titan has been able to play better defense, better transition defense to stop Blackwater from scoring.
A miss from outside. Now Blackwater on the attack. Lamang na ng 8. Pwedeng gawing double digits pag maka-score. Nakuha naman ng black shirts. Melesio, stop and pop from 3. It goes. Is that a long 2? Just a long 2 para kay Aljun Melesio. Tumapak pala sa linya din.
But that pull-up jumper showing a lot of confidence. You also notice that Tesumal is sitting down. Siya kasi bumabantay kay Bearfield, and he didn't do a good job of stopping Bearfield. So he sits down. Let's find out what Titan has in store for Bearfield in this contest.
Finally, nakabukod mula sa labas ng Blackwater si Troy Malilin, because he had been missing shots prior to that. Sasagot agad sana si Melesio, but way off target ang kanyang tira. Siya man lamang ng Blackwater looking to extend. Almost halfway done through the first quarter. Panopios 3, bounces out. Rebound taken by Arif Jonicio.
Jonicion's a tough rebounder, and he's showing it now. Doon siya tutulong, no? Not only from his outside shooting and defense, but he's also a good rebounder.
Monzon to the hoop. They're gonna call a block. Block or foul yung decision doon.
But why is Abueva calling for a review?
Sinabi ba na charge? Or is there an argument among the referees? Because yung senyas ni referee Baldago was blocked. We saw that.
And Monzon is at the line. He's waiting for the ball to take free throws.
Yeah. So referee Mike Flordelisa, Baldago, and Amparado.
Will they change the call? Are they going to review?
Block.
It is a block.
So referee
Monzon will
Baldago's
take the shots.
angle, he says, was better. That was close. That was close on the replay.
Ito makita natin. Panopio. He was in a no-charge zone.
He was willing to sacrifice his body, Dean, but the call went against him. Nag-challenge naman ang kabila. Blackwater ang nag-challenge. They felt that the rookie Panopio had established position and was waiting there. So we'll wait a little bit for the challenge to be threshed out as right beside of the referees are reviewing the play. And an early challenge, Dean, para kay Coach Jeff.
I'm surprised. And with Blackwater hit 14-5, why would you challenge? You'd rather keep your challenge for later on. Sila ang may lamang dito eh. They're up by 9. But I guess Coach Jeffrey Carriazo is pretty confident he'll get this successful, so he will still have one more challenge to go.
Quick start para sa Blackwater sa game na ito. Mga kaibigan, kung ngayon lang kayo nag-tune in sa amin, it's losing streaks for each of these teams. Three straight losses for Blackwater, 4 straight for Titan. So may isang mananalo ngayon. Talagang gutom sila na makuha yan. And so far, it seems Blackwater is the hungrier team in the first period.
Oh, the way things are going, yes. And Titan and Blackwater, both of them scored only 2 victories apiece in the last Philippine Cup Conference. Ito rin decision.
Having some technical problems. The mic is not working. Mag-announce na si referee Joel Baldago as Jeff Carriazo waits for the fate of his challenge.
After the review, under the same play situation, ang correct call ay pushing foul si Bearfield. 2 shots para kay Monzon. Ang challenge ng Blackwater ay not successful.
Okay. So nagkaroon ng actually foul on Bearfield. But nakita natin doon, we were looking at Panopio establishing
Correct.
defensive position. So, nagkaroon ng foul before a possible
Yun.
charge.
There you go. It's the left hand of Bearfield pushing Munzon into Panopio, actually.
Yeah.
So, Panopio might have been able to draw the charge had there not been a push from behind. Bearfield. So, yun yung tawag. Si Bearfield pala. Not, Panopio was not the focus.
It was Bearfield's foul. And Jack Dumont is checking in now for Blackwater. You know that his father, John, used to be a player in the defunct
Metro Ball.
MBA, yung Metropolitan Basketball Association, that rivaled the PBA.
So he is a
several years.
second-generation
Yes.
professional player in the Philippines, but not a second-gen PBA player. 14-7 is our score. The double up ng Blackwater and Titan at this juncture with 5:35 to go. We're at the NAS in Manila. I'm Charlie Cuna, the Dean Benito Henson beside me. Apple David naman ang nasa courtside. Mamaya maririnig yung kanyang mga report.
Well, they give 2 free throws here for Panopio, but was it the act of shooting or was it the act of passing? Well, they deem it that he was in the act of shooting. Nag-penetrate si Panopio. And talking about Jack Dumont, ito po ang kanyang vital statistics. He did play for UE. He's a Phil Canadian. Panopio missing that shot.
Vancouver boy yan, si Jack Dumont. He has a brother also who's in Manila, in the Philippines, also waiting to play.
At si Panopio naman po, he came from the KBL. He actually was an Asian heritage import in the Korean Basketball League. Now, in that league, you cannot play as an Asian import if you are half Filipino. You have both parents have to be Filipinos. Missing that layup there.
Ganda ng spin ni Abueva. Hindi lang niya napasok. His percentage has been low. Shooting-wise sa first quarter. Panopio kick to David. The swing to Dumont. Upstairs to Dalf. Dalf mid-range. Jumper in and out! Another rebound mula kay Aris Dionisio. Atake ang dark shirts. 4 rebounds already for Dionisio.
At may katulong ngayon si Calvin Abueva off the boards.
Fran Yu in the paint. Felt some contact. Put it up. No go. Gets his own
Got
miss.
it back.
Upstairs, Abueva 3 again. This time it's wide right. So he's been missing a lot of shots here in the first period.
Here's a lead pass. But no opportunity to score in early transition para sa Blackwater.
Dumont, that's a reach in from Calvin Abueva. He will be called for the personal foul. Jed Mendoza comes into the game para palitan si Dalf Panopio. Mendoza, the veteran who played for Magnolia for a couple of seasons. Cruz Dumont trying to lose Munzon, who is part of the all-defensive team. Maliling, the attack. Then pull up Jay, that's short. Ang Bohot kumuha ng rebound. Ito na ang Titan. Gusto makalapit dito, down by 8.
You notice that Blackwater is getting a lot of open shots from medium range. Hindi lang pumapasok consistently yung mga tiro nila. Although early part of this quarter, pumapasok. And one big reason kung bakit nalilibre ang Blackwater from medium range is nagsaslacken. Nagbaback off yung depensa ng Titan. Hindi lang pumapasok talaga yung mga tira ng Blackwater. But for Titan, they've got to tighten up defensively.
Go over to Apple David right now.
Yes, attorney and the dean, even in the huddles, Coach John Cardell would tell his players na kung gusto niyo tumagal sa PBA, kailangan maging Calvin Abueva kayo, referring to yung pagiging matapang, yung hustle, and playing with a big heart. Now, Calvin Abueva is doing a lot for the Titan, pero kailangan niya dito ng suporta. We'll be back with more of your PBA.
Transition, right? If you bring it down here to the ball, you make it block. If you pass it in here, opposite game rotate. Okay, all right? Okay? Hey, move the ball, move the ball. Move the ball a little bit more. Make sure we're organized. Okay, all right? You have flip, you have C. Okay, C play. And then, of course, you have Snoopy. Watch Snoopy and watch you two on top. Okay? Run Snoopy 3. Bam, 3. Hey. Let's try to do it on the right side. All right.
Bossing on your screens, up 15-8 so far in this game with 4:08 remaining in the first period. Calvin Abueva nasa linya. Dalawang free throws, magkakataon ibaba ng konti ang lamang ng kalaban. And Abueva has been shooting early and often in this game. Hasn't made too many field goals, but he's been aggressive, and that's all right with Coach Cardel. And another miss from the line para kay Calvin Abueva. Look at the field goals. 1 of 14 for Titan Ultra. Just one field goal. 5 of 17 for Blackwater. Cruz Dumont tipped away by Munzon. And it's going to be a foul on Cruz Dumont, I believe, because he got his pocket picked. And then he shoved Munzon off. And that is just the effective defense that Munzon can play. And it's free throws, I believe, right?
Blackwater in the penalty.
So Abueva snatched the basketball. He was warned for doing that. And that's the equivalent of a delay of the game, right? Isn't it?
Yes, it is. So he was given a warning for that.
So Joshua Munzon has to move past what happened in the last ball game. Even if he was bashed by the fans for that foul on Anton Asisio. Hindi sa kanyang unang free throw. Here's strongman Cade Flores now in the game for Titan Ultra. Undersized but powerful inside. Gets those boards. 1 out of 2 for Munzon. Lead is down to 6. Under 4 minutes to go. And Blackwater throws that one away. And taas ng pasa ni Christian David. Cruz Dumont unable to reach it beyond his grasp. Franyu calling the play. Dionisio. Now Munzon will use the screen, get into the paint, and lay that one in. Quick move across the lane, 5 points para kay Joshua Munzon. Tipped away. Dark shirts get it. Arif Dionisio playing some defense. He'll attack right now off the glass, but that one rolled out. Sorry, miss para kay AD.
He has a shot. Blackwater with the steal.
Jeb Mendoza goes to David. He'll try again. He's 0 of 3 from there. Make it 0 of 4. An air ball from Christian David.
Not finding the mark is Christian David. Here's Joshua Munzon.
No, Chris Cross kicks it out. Franyu set up for 3. Couldn't put it in.
Open shots being missed here.
It's only a 1 possession game now.
Jet Mendoza trying to push the ball. He gets it back.
David Morel down to Christian David. Labas kay Jet. Going inside. Mendoza throws it to Dumont. Can't put it in. So many attempts para sa Blackwater and none of them successful. They will keep possession again. Pero yung mga porsyento ng dalawang koponan natin din sa shooting from the field in this first quarter, horrendous.
And they've been good shots. But nakita natin yung defense ng Titan. Tightening up especially close to the basket. At 2 blocks in that offensive sequence ng Blackwater.
Screen from Clifford Hopia. They're going to call an offensive foul on Hopia, the moving screen that he tried to set.
Unti-unti nakakabalik ang Titan.
Chipping away at the lead. And Blackwater had that quick start with Cedric Bearfield din, pero nag-slow down na rin ang scoring nila. They've been stuck at 15. And tit for tat though, an offensive foul on this side as well. Si Gio Ambot naman ang matatawagan. Jeric Balanza now coming into the game for Joshua Munzon.
Blackwater shooting 27.8% from the field, but Titan only 11.8% from the field. And Blackwater getting a lot of points from the perimeter. 12 points in the perimeter against only 2 for Titan.
Baseline, Mendoza left it for Escoto, who lost it. Nakuha na ng Titan. Here comes Franyu cross court. Dionisio would release a 3. That's good for Aris. That's what he does, and you mentioned it earlier, D.
I think it's going to be a key contributor here to the Titan. Not only offense, but also defense.
Isa na lang ang lamang ng Blackwater. 4 minutes and counting, hindi nakakascore ang Blackwater. Proof Dumont, can he break that? No, another miss. Tipped out of bounds by the white shirts. Babalik sa Titan. Pagkakataon, makalamang pa ng Titan dito sa next sequence.
Blackwater going with a lineup without the big, without Bearfield on the floor.
Franyu bouncing over to Ambot, not ready for that drop pass. Murrell up ahead. And then Mendoza's able to get it. Nahawakan na nung black shirt. It still fell into the hands of Mendoza, and a foul is committed as well
by Flores. And Mendoza picking up the pace here from Blackwater.
What's this?
Napansin ko na parang nagso-slow down yung execution ng Blackwater, but with Mendoza's entry, biglang bumilis. And that time he scored. Got the foul from Flores, he'll be at the line. Jed Mendoza, one of those veteran transferees ng Blackwater. Jed Mendoza previously from Magnolia.
Silang dalaw ni Aris Dionisio. Sila go for the ball dun sa pasan. They used to be teammates at the Magnolia camp. So, Balanza was their teammate there as well. And Balanza missed, but Kate Flores strong inside for the putback. 37 seconds remaining na lang sa ating first quarter. Dalawa lamang ng Blackwater.
Neither team has scored 20 points in this quarter. And it's really not because of the tough defense by other side, but it's that they've been missing shots, including that brick coming from Escoto.
Way off yung tira ni Richard sa play na yun.
Both teams are shooting less than 30% from the floor.
Last shot time, baka magtabla pa tayo bago matapos ang first. Baka lumamang pa ang Titan kung makahirit ng 3 or more. And on the drive, the baseline, na tamaan si Balanza. 2 free throws with a chance to knot it up with 6.7 remaining.
Nice setup job by Franyu. The penetration and then looking for the cutter going strong to the hole. Balanza, he's been around, but it's good to see him getting the minutes that he deserves with Titan.
No more reason to miss the action. Catch all PBA Season 50 games live and for free via the Pilipinas Live app and One Sports YouTube account. Available worldwide yan. Solid ang laban, solid ang samahan. Panalo ang fans. PBA 50, solid. We are tied. Here we go, last shot time. Mendoza fell. Nakuha pa ng Titans.
Still a chance. And that's it.
That's going to count.
The last save.
That is going to count,
quarter,
I think. That's going to count as Cade Flores stuffed it in off the turnover.
And Charlie, for a team that's last place in defense, Titan doing a good job of forcing turnovers, getting steals. And what about that release pass? An extra pass, and there's a dunk coming from Cade Flores.
Right at the buzzer.
The clock.
Saktong-sakto yata din eh. Tinan mo. Oh, sabay ilaw. Diba? So counted yun. Tama sinabi natin. Lumang pa yung Titan after the first 12 minutes after being down for most of it. 20-18. On this day, 48 years ago, November 5, 1977, si Danny Florencio, unang local to score over 60 points in a PBA game. Naka-64 siya din. Kalaban ng 7-up ang Toyota. In a loss, siyempre nanalo Toyota dyan. Pero 64 points si Danny Florencio. And of course, he was one of the original high flyers in the league.
And he certainly was one of the top scorers of the PBA, a legend. He has passed on, but I remember my late father was saying that he used to play against Danny Florencio's father. My father played for Letran. His father played for UP, and back in the day in the 1930s when they were playing, Letra and UP were in the same NCAA league. And so my father went up against Danny Florenzo's father.
Of course, Danny Florenzo started for UST before entering the Mika and then the PBA, and one of the all-time greats nga, si Danny Florenzo. 64 points by a local. Back then, that was almost impossible, but he did it.
Wala pa 3-point shot nun.
Correct. Right now, though, it's Titan up by 2 as we begin the second period. A foul is called against Titan. Aris Dionisio matawagan ng personal foul doon.
And that'll be 2 personal fouls now on Aris Dionisio. Buzon checking in for Dionisio. They need him. They can't afford to get him into foul trouble very early in this game. We're only starting the second period.
I mean, Dionisio will obviously have a more prominent role dito sa bagong team niya. But he just got subbed. They go to Abu Trotter. Quick 2 points for Abu Trotter.
Pick and roll played. And that lane was wide open for Trotter to attack after setting up the pick and rolling towards the basket.
Steal from Dalf Panopio. The bounce. And the finish. No, not the finish. No finish from Richard Escoto. And then Kate Flores inside. Will not get it either, but he's fouled on the way up. And unbelievable yung nangyari sa kabilang panig. What looked like a sure 2 ended up in nothing. May foul pa sila dito sa kabila.
That also looked like almost a sure 2 for Kate Flores.
Tama.
But he'll go to the line for 2 free throws.
Well, right now, yung ating mga shooting percentage hindi nga masyado maganda sa ating laban. Napakababa. 24% for Blackwater, 23.8. Halos patas yung kanilang shooting percentage in the first quarter.
Natin, both these teams couldn't even shoot beyond 30% in the first quarter. Well, things are bound to change. It's been low scoring so far, and it's also because both teams have been firing blanks. Now, Bearfield already has 3 personal fouls. Danger signal for Blackwater.
21-20 ang ating score. Isang minuto pa lang halos ang natatapos dito sa second quarter. Panopio atake. No go.
He's been missing.
Yeah.
But that was a good shot coming from Panopio.
Ito si Balanza. Na maganda rin ang pinakita kontra sa Rainer Shine last week. Ang bohot. Jerick, top of the key. That's a 3 for Balanza. Just as we were praising him.
That outside shot was there for Balanza. It was wide open to take that 3-pointer. And for Blackwater, you've got to be able to respect that kind of a shot from Balanza.
Morel makes his move. The drop to Escoto. And Escoto gets that one to go. Nice pass mula kay David Morel.
5 assists now for Blackwater. It's something they need to improve on. But they're moving that ball around, finding the open man.
Bunzon.
Ball screen.
At the corner, Flores was practicing that earlier. Decides to attack the basket and it drops. Yeah, it drops para kay Cade.
Now, both teams are playing very similar offensive styles. Moving that ball around almost like a weave. Setting a lot of ball screens. But that ball is just going around the perimeter until they find someone who will cut strong towards the basket. Here's an outside shot.
Escoto misses. Offensive rebound from Dalf Panopio.
Panopio now with 5 points in this contest. Getting a lot of playing time is Panopio.
Brand new. Tried to dump it to Kate Flores. Natapik palabas. Nakinig muna tayo sa ulat ni Apple.
In the last huddle, Coach Jeff Carriazo reminded his players what got them the lead in the first place nung first quarter. And yun yung magandang depensa that results to a stop. Dahil kung nakaka-stop sila, they prevent Titan from running. Si Coach John Cardell naman, ipinaalala din na if they're not able to push the ball, every time they set the play, kailangan i-utilize nila yung big man nila. Whether that means setting a screen or getting some paint action. But importante, set play, may execution, hindi kanya-kanya. Balik sa inyo.
Thanks a lot, Apple. And well, yung hindi kanya-kanya, yung nakita natin. Nice passing sana ron. Kate Flores dumping it down to Calvin Abueva. Got fouled. So, back at the line, si Calvin Abueva for another 2 free throws.
And it's important that Titan, kung yan sinabi ni Apple, to set the pace in this contest. Slow down ang laro ng Blackwater. But you know the Titan likes to run. At nabanggit natin kanina, they're number 1 in fast break points at 21.2 a game.
2 for 2 for Calvin Abueva, and a new player for Blackwater have just checked in. And this is his first PBA action, which just signed a couple of days ago. James Una out of Baste, San Sebastian yan, Dean. We'll see what he can bring.
And he was a 4th round pick. 24 years old. A shot there by Bearfield on the attack to the rim.
He's listed at 6'5", itong si Una, but that's pretty generous. I think he's maybe about 6'4".
A big gamble here on the part of Coach Jeffrey Carriazo, because Bearfield already has 3 personal fouls, but he's still soaking in the minutes and making an impact on the floor.
Breaking into double digits itong si Cedric Bearfield. With that free throw, he's got an even 10.
First one to do that in this contest. And it's been low scoring. That means 10 out of the 25 points of Blackwater have come from one man, but he missed the second free throw.
And Abueva gets the board. Up 3 ang kanyang koponan. The kick to the corner. Balanzas 3. In and then out. That looked good, but just didn't want to stay down as Bearfield will drive in. The top from behind. Natamaan ang kanyang braso ni Joshua Munzon. Personal on Joshua. Papasok ulit si Aljon Melesio. Labas muna si Balanza.
Napansin natin, Charlie, pag lumalamang ang Titan dito and the ball is in the hands of Bearfield for Blackwater, he has a tendency to try to do things on his own. Now it's Tratter, lost the ball on the handle, on the spin move.
And they're talking. Tratter and Kate Flores are talking. And seems to be a little bit of tension between the two. So we're going to watch that matchup between these two big boys, especially because they're going to be rubbing
and they're defending each other.
Bodies in the paint. Yeah. So here's Munzon. Abueva open upstairs. Quick pass to Melesio. No go. Munzon kept it alive. Abueva asking for it. Munzon not giving it up yet. Then he felt a tap and draws a foul. And I think the rookie, Una, will get called for his first.
Smart play by Joshua Munzon, drawing that personal foul on Una.
Muntik na kami maging magkamag-anak. Kulang na lang yung letter C.
Oo nga, no? Kuna and Una. Nauna siya.
Nauna siya.
Ayun.
Turning it over now to Apple once again. Anong kwento mo, Apps?
Tinatanong ni Dean kanina, anong balita kay RK Ilagan? Well, he's been out for 3 weeks due to a left meniscus injury. Nakita natin ngayon, suited up siya. He was warming up. He was telling me na depende how his body feels during the warm-up kung lalaro o hindi. But just before tip-off, he said he's a no-go. Next game na daw ang balik ni RK Ilagan.
Naku, mawawala pa si RK Ilagan in this contest. He was, or he is suited up. Sayang na sayang because, he averages 22 points a game. Big loss that he's not able to play here for Blackwater.
Saka nakita ko kanina, nag-full workout, full warm-up siya bago ang ating laro. So he was ready to go, but I guess yung kanyang coaching staff said, sige, save na natin one more game to sit out. But Panopio misses. Una kept it alive. Goes up, can't get it, but he's fouled by Calvin Abueva. So this rookie showing some grit underneath. He'll take 2 free throws.
Getting the offensive rebound. But you also notice, Charlie, pag si Panopio mahawak ng bola on the Blackwater offense, bumabagal ang kanilang galaw. He's playing very cautiously, so he doesn't want to make a mistake. As a result, tatagal yung bola sa kanya. There's got to be better execution and very quick movement on the part of Blackwater, especially since Titan is playing a lot better defense in this game than in the previous games. Titan, of course, coming off that very painful 1-point loss to Rain or Shine.
Yeah.
And Charlie, you covered that game. That was a 1 situation for Titan. They were ahead by 19 at one point.
Correct. Mukhang sure win na nga yun. Hindi lang umabot sa dulo. Palit ng tao, itong Blackwater entering the game. Ito si Bradwin Quito coming back, and then BJ Andrade. First action ng ating laban. Abueva kontra Una. Abueva will try to take on him. Flip it up and in! And they're gonna call a foul down sa kanyang pag-approach. Bonus free throw coming up for Calvin.
All he wanted was that space. And you notice yung pasahan nila sa perimeter. Calvin passing, getting the ball back, and then once he felt he had the edge over Una, he just drove past him.
Napansin ko din, no, nabanggit natin kanina na si Aris Junicio, Jed Mendoza, mga dating Magnolia, Balanza as well, Calvin Abueva as well. So these four guys were teammates just a season ago, actually.
That's right, and that's the dynamics of the PBA. Ano binibilang ko? Yung mga veteran transfers in this conference alone. And umaabot na sa 33 veterans have switched teams. And 18 rookies have found jobs in the PBA this conference.
Lots of movement. And nagugulat na lang tayo minsan, confused tayo. Bakit si ganyan? Hindi nag-suit up. Ay, wala na pala siya sa team na yan. As Blackwater is penalized for a 24-second violation. Ganda ng depensa ng Titan doon. It's a 6-point Titan lead. They've turned the game around. They were trailing for most of that first quarter, Dean. But now in the second, lamang na lamang sila. 7 minutes to go.
And they're doing a good job defensively. I thought in the beginning, parang lax na naman yung depensa ng Titan. But then there was that crucial timeout called by Coach Jonadel Cardel. And since that timeout, parang gumanda ang laro ng Titan on a defensive end.
The Titan has a pretty good lineup, really, for tao sa tao lang. And, you know, they have shown it. They've hung with some of the big boys.
Now that time, Calvin Abueva again attacking the defense of the rookie Una, but missing the shot on a one-on-one.
Ginto wanted it. Ball never made its way to him. Malilin now with 7 to shoot. And then they call Ginto for 3 seconds, which is going to frustrate Bradwin so much because he fought so hard for position.
He was trying to get the open situation, but Calvin Abueva was hounding him everywhere he went. So hindi niya makuha yung pasa. As a result, he stayed too long in that shaded area. Again, the good defense of Calvin Abueva preventing that entry pass.
Christian David binalik na ni Coach Jeff Carria. So David not having a good game so far. And then Melesio shoots right over him.
That's 4 points now for Aljud. Remember, he's coming off a 21-point effort.
Walo na lamang ng Titan after being down earlier. Jumper from Troy.
Yeah, good shot by Malilin. Got that separation with a little step back.
Second jumper na ni Troy Malilin yan sa ating laban. Babang lamang sa 6. 5:48 to go. Here's Munzon. Hooks it over to Melesio. Nahuli ni Panopio. Melesio, Panopio. And Panopio gets the 2. The bigger player just using his size advantage sa play na yun. Melesio looked away, sabay tira. Nasa palpal pa yata ni Panopio. Got a little bit of that. Lead back to Christian, who lays it in.
That's 2 straight fast break baskets by Blackwater. Off a bad pass and then a bad shot. Here's Panopio dashing all the way home for the right-handed layup. And then another chance opportunity here for Blackwater to score in transition.
Calvin, ikaw dito sa ano? Ikaw dito magtanggap. Ha? Magtanggap pa. Ikaw mag-motion down. Pag-handle. Pag-roll. Tingnan nyo, atake nyo. Pwede tayo dyan. Weak side. Weak side. Pin down kayo. Galaw tayo. Huwag kang tatayo na. Ha? Patraso ka. Ikaw ni Saber. Motion down. Ha? Ball screen. Tapos diretso po sa'yo. Atake mo. Ha?
Balik sa aksyon dito sa RPTV. And it's Titan in the lead, but only by 2. It was 8 points just moments ago, a few plays ago, but quick runs from Blackwater Bossing have brought them back.
That's a 6-0 run by Blackwater. And the Bossing being buoyed by a big advantage in the rebounding department. They've got 28 boards so far against only 18 for Titan. That's plus 10. However, ang problema ng Blackwater, it's their turnovers. They've had 10 miscues against only 5 for Titan. And the points of turnovers, that's 14-7, doubling up ang advantage ng Titan in points of turnovers. So those are the two key statistics so far. Rebounding has been Blackwater's way, but yung turnovers, that is where Titan has a big advantage. And Abueva now scoring 11 points in this contest.
That's right, they needed that because...
Abueva still in the backcourt.
Oh, something wrong? Like he pulled something.
Limping.
Yeah, he's limping. Might have pulled something or...
Ito makita natin kung ano nangyari. Going up against, is that Christian David? Or no, he was going up, yes, it was Christian David.
And he's really walking awkwardly as he is
Goes
back at the bench right now.
He's such a key player here for Titan because he gives them so much energy on the defensive end.
Meantime, Blackwater looking to come closer once again. Di na save ni Aris Dionisio from going out. 14 seconds on the shot clock of Blackwater. Under 5 minutes remaining. We'd also like to greet everyone watching us on YouTube. Dean, yung all over the world. Thanks for tuning in. Malilin. Jumper is good. Are they going to count that as a foul? Was committed almost simultaneously with Malilin pulling up.
Referees are gonna count it.
3-pointer will count, yeah. Malilin hits the 3. And then a foul, a bonus free throw para kay Christian David, who was knocked down by Aris Dionisio.
So David is gonna get one shot.
Yeah, it's gonna be a 4-point play kung sakali.
A big turnaround here for Blackwater. They can tie this contest.
Correct.
With his free throw with 4:51 to go. There's the free throw and there's the tie.
Tabla atin laban. Each team has had their share in the lead, but right now we're all even up.
A big challenge here for Titan. Wala si Abueva. He limped off the court. Wala din si Joshua Manson on the floor.
Oh, too strong on Aris Dionisio's 3.
Wasn't a good shot.
Malilin in the paint. The kick to the corner. Christian David. Off talagang 3-point shooting ni Christian right now. He's 0 of 5, if not 0 of 6 from Rainbow Country. On the rebound, na foul si Barasi Jr. Bradwin Quinto committing a personal. So both teams in penalty with 4:23 remaining. So there might be free throws the rest of the way. So may mga foul.
Christian David is 1 out of 8 from the floor in this contest so far.
Balanza on the relocate. Brought it in but overshot. Rebound taken by the white shirts. Pwedeng lumamang dito. Malilin does it for them. Malilin contributing here in the first half. 10 points na rin para sa kanya. Silang dalawa ni Barefoot nasa double digits na.
And Blackwater able to score in transition in this quarter.
Dionisio again.
And
in and out. Barasi can't control the rebound. Pulled away by the smaller Andrade.
Foul on Barasi.
Free throw si Andrade sa kabila.
That's right, because nasa penalty na. Actually, both teams in the penalty with 3:47 to go. Blackwater now looking to extend its lead. And what about the stats, the vital stats of Barasi? The guy's 6'7", and a draft pick. He wasn't originally a draft pick of Titan. He was originally a draft pick of Ginebra.
Yes. Didn't stick but found his home. At least for now.
Andrade missing the first free throw.
And free throw shooting in general, Dean, in the past few play dates have been below par, to say the least. It's not confined to just one team. Cade Flores, off target yung kanyang short jumper.
Desamal is back in the game, by the way.
Oh, kicked it off. Panopio, but it went straight to his teammate. Balik kay Dalf, attacking in the paint. Layup ni Dalf, pasok. Meron pang foul. And suddenly Blackwater on a run of its own, up by 4, could be 5 if the bonus goes.
Right now, Blackwater showing a little more pep in its step. They're quicker, and Panopio Going strong to the hole. 9 points now for Dalf Panopio. Ready to break back into double figures. He scored in double figures last time out for Blackwater in that loss to, and Lex missed a free throw.
Those 3 straight free throws Blackwater has missed. Andrade 2 and then Panopio the bonus. Still just a 4-point lead. 1 possession difference between these two teams. Approaching the last 3 minutes ng ating first half. Quick release, Melesio gets it to go. That's a 3.
At 7 points now for Melesio. First 3-pointer of the game for him. But that cuts down the lead now to just 1 point.
Nice crossover from Panopio. And then the pass to Christian David. What a play from Dalf Panopio.
Well, Panopio's getting his minutes on the floor because he's able to penetrate. He's not settling for any outside jumpers as he did earlier on.
Melesio saved it. Balanza. Melesio ready. But Balanza drops it inside. One more pass to Barasi, taking his time.
3 seconds.
Yeah, Barasi needs to go up immediately.
Yeah, that's too much time in the shaded area for Titan. And they turn the ball over. Blackwater hanging on to a 3-point lead.
Check this one out. Here's that jumper from Melesio, brought to us by Arena Plus Sportsbook. They deemed it a 3. I don't know. They might review that one, Dean, but we'll find out later on.
Now, I want CD Brad. Okay? All right, Troy, dribble reverse. Okay, swing, go. On this stand up, you go. Okay? Now, when you pass it here, take this, come back here. Wait for it. Right? Then you're coming. Okay?
Pagkalarawan ni Calvin Abueva, para siyang naipita ng ugat sa lateral part ng kanyang left calf. Minasahe lang ito and he said he's good to go. Ready anytime. Tawagan ni Coach John Cardell. Back to the panel.
Well, parang si Wolverine yan si Calvin Abueva. Tama, mamaya konti, hint na. So, ready bumalik na sa laban. Yeah, here's the announcement. Yung tres na sinabi ni Aljon Melesio, which we replayed a little bit earlier, is actually a 2 because he stepped on the line clearly. Not just the tip of his shoe, but he was almost over actually the line.
So the lead now, Blackwater back to 4 points.
Yep.
Good adjustment on the part of the Bossing in quickening the pace and getting loose and transition, especially with Munzon and Abueva not playing. Now Munzon is back on the floor. Abueva still not back on the floor.
Bradwin Ginto. Nice fake and right into the belly of Cade Flores. So when a guy as big as Bradwin Ginto hits you, you're going to feel it. And Cade Flores is tough as nails, but he hasn't even gotten up yet.
And here's another adjustment on the part of Blackwater. They're now attacking the paint a lot with more purpose than previously when they were settling for jumpers, particularly from mid-range. And with Panopio on the floor, he's been able to pass the ball to guys who are cutting inside. And that's a big reason kung bakit si Ginto is at the line, but he missed the free throw.
Wow, how many free throws already missed here in the past couple of minutes. Watch this. Straight into that belly. And he felt that one. Cade Flores did. He head straight out of bounds. Napalitan na siya. Ginto finally gets a free throw to drop. Blackwater missing free throws here late in the first half. We are in the final 2 minutes.
Well, Ginto's only a 50% shooter from the free throw line.
Pesumal coming off screens, but nakasunod naman si Bradwin. Munzon will now make his move. Mid-range J. Off target. Rebound. Oh! Inagaw! Supalpal naman si Melesio. Good D, and then it hits Melesio before going out as he hits the deck. So tough play para kay Melesio right there. He stole it, but then got blocked clean.
And we were talking about Abueva. He's actually back on the floor.
Mabilis na pabalik.
And they need the speed and mobility along with Munson. Here's Panopio.
Quinto will attack in the paint. Couple of bumps and they're going to call a foul on Gio Ambohot. Free throws para kay Bradwin. 1:22 to go in the first half. Ambohot looking at the referee, wondering what he did.
And earlier in our Dean's List, nabanggit natin, Charlie, how important it is for Blackwater to capitalize on their size and get a lot more points in the paint because they're only number 10 in that department in the league. But guess what? In this game so far, ang laki na ng lamang nila. In points in the paint, they're 18 points scored inside the lane against only 10 for Titan. That's a big reason why Blackwater is ahead.
Jumper, Melesio. Yan na naman! Yan, mukhang dress na talaga. He looked well behind the line on that shot. He's got 9 total. So that's how he can hurt you. Just a quick release.
Here's Panopio. He's looking to pass. There is the pass outside.
He's scoring well so far in this game. And it's continues. He's got a dozen.
He's found a home at Blackwater. Remember, he had a stint at San Miguel Beer, just didn't get enough playing time. And right now, he's found his place, his spot here with Blackwater. He's Gavin Abueva on the drive.
So by kick kay Melesio, he'll take another one that was deflected. Pesomal keeping it alive. Couldn't get it to go. Nothing there from Titan. We are in the last few seconds ng ating laban in the first half. Last shot time for Blackwater. Labang sila, but by how many we'll find out in about 10. Panopio on the move. Bounced it, taken away. Baka makahirit pa ang Titan. Nice. Oh, the lead pass. Hindi na naabutan ni Munzon. And that's 9/10 of a second remaining. Good idea. Just too strong on the lead pass. Gotta go quickly, a catch and shoot, perhaps. Panopio. Way past the basket, but Blackwater has taken the lead at the end of the first half by 5, 47 to 42. Nakita natin si Aljon Melesio playing all right, still from the outside, hitting a couple of hoops. Here's that path to him. Takes the J, top of the key, got it to drop, brought to us by Arena Plus Sportsbook. Watch it again. At ito na nga, 5 ang lamang ng bossing pagpasok sa locker rooms. Magbabalik kami ni Dean maya-maya.
watching the 50th season of the PBA Philippine Cup, a game between the Titan Ultra Giant Risers and the Blackwater Bossing. Parehong kupunan on the losing streak. Pareho gusto mo ang ikalawang panalo sa komperensyang ito after 2 quarters. It is Blackwater with a 5-point lead, 47-42 is our score. Before we talk more about the game at hand, pag-uusapan muna natin ang ating PBA press corps, PBA Player of the Week, none other than Ray ng Batak of PNT.
Batak shot it up. He forced that shot up and he got it.
Namin lang si Batak is attacking yung depensa ni Era Rivalry.
Wow, ayaw ng 3 points itong si Ray ng Batak. Pagkita mo. You know, that's the third.
Ng Batak bumitaw.
That's 4.
Ng Batak ang layo. Pangatlong 4 ni Ray ng Batak sa game na ito.
Wow. Talk about clutch. How many 4-point shots ang tinira itong si Ray ng Batak? He took 4. He made 3.
Bukod kay Ray ng Batak, may isa pang player who played absolutely well last week. He is from Terra Firma. Our Rookie of the Week is JM Bravo.
JM, nagawan pa rin ang paraan. Itong rookie na to talagang ang ganda na pinapakita.
On the other side.
Oh, blocked by Bravo.
There's the stop. Yeah, that is what JM Bravo can do, my friend. 7 points in total, but that's his first 3-pointer. But
Bravo gets an end-one opportunity. Now, this is what Terra Firma is looking for. Bravo, nakiraan kay Datu. Bravo. Kinin niya na, and he's able to put it in for 2.
Kung namangha kayo sa pinakita ni Ray ng Batak at JM Bravo, well, we'll give you more reasons to be excited. Here are our PBA solid plays.
Bokod. Nahanap the cutting alas. Nananakit itong si Kevin with his ability to just move and put the ball through the hoop. He's wanting to go against Stratter. Cyrus falling away off the glass.
Great defense na yun, ha?
Hirap yung tirang yun.
Yeah, falling away off the glass against a bigger man.
Naman ang NLEX. Bowling. Sizing his attack. Bowling finishing through the foul.
That's too good.
One more look at that, though. Perhaps the pass could have been a little better. Pero nakakaagaw na naman. Bearfield with Mokon to beat. Bearfield finishes off the glass.
Big blessing in disguise pa. Baka maging 3-point lead.
And with a bonus free throw coming for Cedric Bearfield.
Outside to Bugoy, the Hesi. Kick to Calvin, kanyang partner. Almost got on the board. Offensive rebound, swatted away. Flip hard.
Charlie Gara admiring defense. Ang yun, nakita mo, Bates was flying out, trying to challenge that 3-point shot.
The backcourt entirely. Alalo now makes his move. Gets the finger roll to drop.
So now you can see TNT able how TNT got that quarter. That was a 36-26 quarter. And yun nga how they ended. This guy, Gio Halalon, initially, hindi nakaka-convert dun sa mga layups. But then, their intensity has gone up. First 2 quarters, but in the third, definitely showing up already for them.
Bounce to Bates. Blocked upstairs. And sila naman ang naputukan ng 24. So Brandon Ganuelas gets the better of Brandon Bates.
You know, even if he got blocked there, I like that he actually took it up strong. Sanggalang. Lamang na itong mga naka-green. The Jeep up by 2, make that 4 after Louis Sanggalang gets his first bucket.
Alam mo, if he did not make that fadeaway, Jay, that would have been a bad shot.
Mamuya. The kick out to Malonzo. A couple of seconds remaining. May fall. Pumasok pa.
if you're Tira Pyramid shot, you have to be able to grab those 50-50s. There was a 50-50 ball. They were unable to get it. They end up with Rain or Shine ends up with a nice attack magmula dito kay Mike Malonzo. Hangs in the air. Lots of contact. Basket yan.
Game is tied. Lementi with a tip. Tatakbo si Malonzo. Bigay kay Lementi. Mamuyak will finish.
Well, as advertised, Judge, we knew it was gonna be a fun game. Up and down, takbuhan at takbuhan.
Sampo ilim nga daw, di ba? Ang nakikita ng mga tao. Eto na naman. Runway, iwan kay Clarito. Yan ang nakakatakot. Winning pa rin kasi pumasa.
Pero dahil sinabi mo yan, nag-a-attract talaga ng maraming attention. Di ba? Ang depensa, didikit sa ang galing na team.
Mamuya, ikot ng bola. Karakot. Oh, what a stride step.
Counter-attack, no? Pag-close out niya na.
Get the layup. Mamuya, up top, Alonso. Beautiful connection para sa Rain or Shine.
Sarap panoorin ng Rain or Shine. Again, Barry's a nice top of the key three-pointer, but Felix Bluntred.
My goodness. Pangilinan Lementi straight to the cup. But it didn't work for him. Bravo. Aangkinin niya na, and he's able to put it in for two.
Big basket dahil naging one possession ball game. Ibigyan natin yung credit yung magandang
pull up. Ganda tignan. Noko! Highlight real machine. Adrian Noko.
problema si Paolo Hernandez naman on the right underneath the rim. Parang pinupulikat naman doon.
I'm actually afraid that it might be more than just cramps dahil
ng koponan talagang hindi pa clean yung kanilang execution sa kanilang opensa.
But a nice turn from Rome De La Rosa. And that, oh, yeah, it's good for Rome. And does he know it? Because he's walking away. Perkins swings the ball to Tio. Tio in the paint. Finger roll goes for Tyler. And we were talking about that at the first quarter, Coach. He just drives to the hoop now with confidence.
Sa Phoenix, they need a basket. They're down by 11.
That's right. Biggest lead was 14 in that first half. But look at that. Escandor enters the game. Makes his presence felt just being in the right place and waiting for that ball to get to create. The door seems shut. He goes to the corner. Balungay, balik kay Richie. Didiskarte si Richie. Saksak. Layup good. Scores his first two of the game.
And that is why you need Richie Rivero inside, especially if he has that running start. Ang tatay, si Robbie De La Rosa. Buong-buo
Ayun,
mag-spin.
swabe.
Oh, diba?
Perk missing. Gets it back. Supalpal ni Zave. And the ball will go the other way. They will review. Kasi last 2 minutes na.
Let us see. 1:44 remaining. But this is how challenging it is to attack.
Of the move, turnaround J-No. Deshaun with the rebound. Tatakbo ngayon ang convert sa kanilang mga numero. At si Clemente, mintis nga lang yung tira. Second effort, wala pa rin. Justin Arana, finally, and he beats the buzzer with a putback.
They just took advantage because Junmar fell on the ground. And that left Arana attacking the offensive rebounding glass and was able to manufacture a basket. It was so clear. Talaga 121 points per ball game the first 4 games. The number 2 team in terms of points scored is Rain or Shine with just 102. That was a timely timeout. After the timeout play, always good when you see productive things. Jericho Cruz scoring his first 2 points in the game by attacking aggressively the defense.
Rosario keeps it there. Scotty got the drop on him. Bit-bit kung bit-bit. Malaki Thompson.
Pag upansin mo, mas mabilis, quicker ang Barangay Ginebra now to the basket. Hook ang assist ng Barangay Ginebra. 5 galing kay Scotty Thompson.
Sakul si Jumps. 3-point play opportunity for Aguilar. What a second half for the big man.
And because they're making a conscious effort to look for him, dahil nakikita nila yun talaga ang biggest advantage. And then that's the way to get the lead, and they've been able.
Coming off a game kung saan 44 3-point attempts ang pinukol nila kontra San Miguel. Ngayon naman talagang dinidiin ng Ginebra kay Chapit sa loob. Another sweet move there, huh?
And he's doing it.
in the first half, both teams were not fine examples of how to shoot the ball well. Sama ng porsyento nila. Pero ito yung ating halftime score. 47-42. Medyo na-outshoot ng Blackwater ang Titan sa first 24 minutes natin dito.
Well, talking about field goal percentage, both these teams not even shooting 40% from the floor. And Titan, big reason kung bakit nakalamang dito ang Blackwater is because they're shooting only 30%. We're gonna see that in our stats a little bit later on, but take a look at some of the highlights. See Panopio with 9 points, Malinin already with 12 points, and Fairfield actually with 10 points. So good balanced offense on the part of Blackwater. They're getting that ball moving. They have an advantage in assist, 10-7. We've had some good action here so far as both these teams looking to break their losing streaks. Itong sinasabi natin about our stats na yung Titan shooting only 30%, Blackwater shooting close to 40%, rebounding, ang edge going to Blackwater +9 in that department, assists they are +3 in that department, and in second chance points there are +5, and those are the key stats kung bakit lamang ang Blackwater in this contest so far. However, Blackwater with more turnovers and Titan getting more turnover points, 14-8, but not enough to be able to offset the balanced offense ng Blackwater. As you're seeing here on your screens with Malinin with 12, Fairfield second double-figure scorer, Panopi with 9, and Christian David, although he's playing poorly as a shooter at least, si David is 2 out of 10 so far from the floor.
Calvin Abueva, of course, with that green light, he's the only one in double digits on the Titan side. And seems to be okay na kwento nga ni Apple kanina. Tweaked his calf a little bit, but just shrugged it off and returned to the game. There's no more reason to miss the action. Catch all PBA Season 50 games live and for free via Pilipinas Live app and One Sports YouTube account. Available worldwide. It's your choice. Solid ang laban, solid ang samahan. Panalo mga fans, PBA 50. Solid tayo.
So wherever you are sa buong mundo, now you can watch the PBA games on YouTube.
Tama.
That's live na live.
Kaya binabati rin natin yung mga nanonood ngayon sa YouTube, no, sa atin dito sa RPTV. Thanks for tuning in, and Charlie Cuna, and this is the Dean, Kinito Hands-on. Apple David will report in a bit anong mga nakuha niyang chismis sa mga locker room natin from the respective assistant coaches or head coaches.
And by the way, this big move on the PBA's part to bring the games live on YouTube, that's in response to the clamor of the fans. So I think it's a reassuring thing that the PBA listens to what the fans have to say. So keep on coming with those comments. Wag na masyadong mga negative comments, but you know, so long as they're constructive, PBA will listen. And it's good that this big move of bringing the games live on YouTube, that's a big step forward for the PBA.
And before we begin action in the second half, one of the assistant coaches of Titan is Raymond Valenzuela. He's the son of the birthday boy today, Coach Arturo Turing Valenzuela, birthday ni Coach Turing today. And I know he's not ashamed for us to say this is his 83rd birthday, so wishing him many more years to come. He's a frequent visitor here at the Ninoy Aquino Stadium. Pero wala siya rito ngayon kasi ayaw na i-blow out yung buong crowd. Ang dami. Marami.
So umiiwas siya.
Yeah, happy birthday, Coach Turo. So here's Titan on the attack to begin the second half, and Fran Yu gets his first 2.
That's a penetration and using the glass. Just checking out our Dean's list for Titan. Titan, 2 X marks, 1 check mark. They've not been able to rebound good or efficiently. They've been able to attack the rim, as in that situation with Fran Yu. And they haven't been able to play the kind of tough defense that you require because Blackwater is shooting close to 40%. And for Blackwater, all 3 check marks para sa kanila. They've been able to capitalize on size, points in the paint. They have an advantage 20-10. They've been able to share the wealth. They have an advantage 10-7 in assists. And they've been able to clamp down on Calvin Abueva, who is 2 out of 8 from the floor so far. That's 25% shooting.
And there is the first 3-pointer for Christian David after a bunch of misses from there in the first half. He gets 1 to go. He's got 8 total. Abueva attacking kay David. At nakakumingit ng foul dito si Calvin Abueva. Bagsak na naman siya for the nth time dito sa atin laban. And that's, you know, that's commonplace already. Guys like Cliff Hodge and Calvin Abueva hitting the deck. Check this out. Here's the pass from Bearfield through the defense. David drove that one in. Brought to us by Arena Plus Sportsbook.
And that three-point connection by Christian David, that's his first out of 6 attempts in this contest. He was 0 out of 5 in the first half, Charlie.
Ayaw talaga. Tsaka way off yung ibang tira doon sa 5 na yun. So here's Calvin Abueva still pouring on the points. We've come to get used to that. Palakpak si Madam sa free throw ni Calvin.
41-point performance of Calvin. That was his first game this conference. And then he had 31 points in another game. And he's showing that he is a proven scorer in the PBA. Malilin continues to score. That's 14 points now.
With the left hand to finish. I thought that was going to get blocked when he transferred it to the hand that was exposed.
And you know, once upon a time, Malilin was the MVP in the juniors division for LaSalle Green Hills in the NCAA.
And then foundation sense of basketball. But just couldn't get it going somewhere in the middle. But as you mentioned, mukhang nakahanap na ng pwesto rito sa Blackwater talaga. Abueva looked away, sabay tira. 2 straight misses for Calvin Abueva. Taking a lot of shots but no results para sa kanya. Malilin, babalik kay David. Daming nakabantay. Buwaba lahat. Bukas si Malilin. Couldn't put that one in. Almost got it.
A good attempt. And good pass coming from Christian David. Very unselfish play. Here's a quick release coming from Pasumal. He's 0 out of 4 from the floor.
Past few plays, Titan seems to be rushing its offense. Quick shots, not moving the ball around. Bearfield now draws a foul sa kanyang pag-atake patungong basket. At tamang-tama, bago mag-free throws, si Cedric Bearfield, may report si Apple.
Baba agad sa depensa. Transition defense ang usapan sa locker room ni Coach John Cardell, especially with the many bad shots that they took in the first half. Binigyan nila ng oportunidad itong Blackwater na makatakbo. Nawawalan sila ng pasensya. Nabanggit mo nga, Charlie, they seem to be rushing their shots. So dapat daw be more patient. Padipensahin naman itong bossing on the side of Blackwater naman. Nasabi ni Coach Joe Silva, those 12 turnovers they had in the first half, that resulted to 14 turnover points. Malaking bagay. They have to clean up on that. And on defense, know who they're guarding. Sino shooters, sino hindi. Balik sa inyo.
Maraming salamat, Apple David.
2 missed free throws by Bearfield.
Yeah. So the free throw woes of Blackwater continue.
Exactly. And Blackwater in the first half shot only 58.8% from the free throw line. And Monzon attacking and scoring.
Ganda na layup ni Joshua Monzon. Tanong dyan, ilang free throws na namit. So 7 missed free throws, make that 9 already for Blackwater in this game. Bearfield. Jumper too strong. Pesumal the board. Gives it to Josh Monzon. White shirts are getting back on defense. Abueva asking for it. Monzon says, ako muna. Sabay pasa behind the back. Not ready si Calvin. And then foul si Monzon. Pangilan na ni Joshua yan. 3rd personal foul. So he's got 3. Cade Flores has 4.
At napapansin natin dito ang Blackwater. They're concentrating now on defending Calvin Abueva. They're expecting the pass to get to his hands. At yan naman ang foul galing kay Monzon.
Bit too fancy, I guess, on that play.
Yes.
Ginto. Hand off to Cruz Dumont. Dumont, the kick to Bearfield. Tres dyan kung pumasok, ayaw. Rebound kung tapay. Up ahead, pass goes to Joshua. Oh, and he throws it away once again. Hindi lang nahawakan ni Panopio. So, try to be more careful with the ball.
Lucky break for Titan that they retake possession.
Balanzas back in the game. Pumasok na rin si Mendoza sa panig ng Blackwater.
Quick release, and that's a first connection coming from Pesumal.
That's just a 2. Usually, 3 yan tumitira. Kaya nga Tresumal ang naging nickname ng dati. They'll take it. Lead is down to 2. David hands it over to Mendoza. Mendoza in the paint. To Bradwin Ginto, who'll barrel his way to the hoop. It won't drop. Tapigan ng bola. Who's gonna pick it up? It's out of bounds. And it will go to Titan.
Blackwater unable to connect from close distance because nandun yung depensa ng Titan.
Nice catch from Calvin Abueva, and he completes it. Parang touchdown pass yung binato nito si Fran Yu on the inbound. And Abueva knew what to do with it. Good hands on the part of the Beast. We're tied at 52, 7:39 left in the third.
Guys, we can't stop. We can't stop. Right? Set. Make sure you guys hear me. Set a CD. We'll take the missed shots. Every occasion you'll have turnovers. We'll take that. But that we cannot take. We can't make mistakes like that. Not like that. We gotta be ready. Everybody putting your head down. Are you tired? It's only the third.
Tapos bigay mo sa kanya para siya mag-train sa inyo, ha? Ikaw mag-running ball screen, ha? Von Pesumal against Rainer Shine. Nakadalawang tres yan. 3 assists, 12 points. You know, there's a bunch of them who scored double digits in that ball game. Played so well overall. They just faltered in the last few minutes of the game.
Well, for Pesumal, he's averaging 8.4 points in this conference. And you remember, last conference, last season for Ginebra, he averaged only 1.8 points. Hardly had any playing time. He averaged only 4 minutes and 43 seconds a game. He played 4 games out of 19 for Ginebra, so he hardly got any floor burn. But now with Titan, he's getting a lot of exposure. He's making the most of it. As we said, he's averaging 8.4 points a game. And Pesumal is also putting in 16.5 minutes a contest.
Balikan natin si Apple.
Pagkukwento ni Von Pesumal, being one of the veterans of his team, ang sinusubukan ng ituro, ipaintindi sa kanyang mga teammates is how the fourth quarter execution is the most important thing, especially for good teams or champion teams. That's when you don't crumble. Kaya yung communication nila, whether on during a dead ball, yung mga huddle or mga timeout, importante to make sure they are on the same page and they know what to do as a team. Back to you guys.
Nung maganda ron, habang nagkakwento si Apple David Double kay Von Pesumal, bumato ng 3 pasok si Von Pesumal.
That's right. And, you know, he's shooting only 27.8% from 3-point distance, but he's shooting a better clip from 4-point distance. He's actually 5 out of 11 from 4-point distance now.
I'd set him up from there.
At si Abu Tratter is now defending Calvin Abueva.
Lumamang na yung Titan, but it might be momentary if Abu Tratter can hit a couple of free throws here. So Tratter a basket, and then now from it's the first free throw to tie it up. We've got a 4 ng 5s dito sa ating screen. 5-5, 5-5. 6:50 remaining. Abu Tratter from De La Salle University. Swishes them both. Si Tratter pa yung 2 for 2 din. Sa dami na tutubi na mga gwardiya kanya, nagmimintis. Siya, 2 for 2.
And it's good that Tratter is finding his way here, and looks like a foul has been called. It's an offensive foul.
Abueva fouls Tratter. They used to be teammates as well, no? Sa Magnolia.
Well, they've been bumping. They've been bumping and grinding.
Oh, a challenge on the call. Okay, so Jonathan Cardell is challenging that call against Calvin Abueva. Here in the third quarter, remember, yung Blackwater, maagang nag-challenge first few minutes ng ating laro, and it was unsuccessful. So, naubos na yung kanilang chances at a challenge. That's Raymond Valenzona on the right shoulder of Coach Cardell. Yan ang anak ni Coach Turo, the former PBA player and coach. So they're reviewing it once again right beside us. And mukhang mag-a-announce na. Once they get the microphone in its right position, we're going to hear the decision on the challenge. And si Coach Cardell, he used to be a high flyer for Alaska and Shell here in the PBA. Santa Lucia as well, I believe. That's Calvin Abueva, he's the beast. Abu Tratter was allegedly fouled by him. Ito na. So we're waiting for the referees to make the announcement. Ito na, si Mike Flordelisa.
After the review, the call stay. Naka-establish na si Abu Tratter when the contact sa courts by Calvin Abueva. The challenge of Ultra Titans is not successful.
And the foul will stay. The challenge not successful. Actually, Abueva and Tratter have been engaging in some very physical encounters. At yun, natawagan ng personal foul si Calvin Abueva. The ball goes back now to Blackwater.
Also looked like it's because Abueva really initiated that bump.
Yes.
The referee saw, his intention. And they're still guarding each other, by the way. So let's check it out. And nag-switch na. Quinto cannot finish. Balanza gets it. He's speeding up the floor. Decides to stop his dribble as he passes over to Fran Yu. Blackwater's up by 1. Can Titan get it back? Yes, they can!
Calvin Abueva, when he sets his mind to wanting to score, he will try to do everything he can to get the bucket.
Look at that reply from Jeb Mendoza.
The penetration and the points inside the painted area. What a big turnaround for Blackwater that they are focusing now on inside points. Not just with their big men, but also with penetrators like Mendoza. Ito na naman. Abueva is being challenged here.
Not a
and
travel.
that's a travel.
They're going to say travel.
Tratter is holding his own against Abueva. And that's also a key defensive switch by Jeff Carriazo. Forcing Calvin Abueva to a travel.
Under 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. This is just game 1 of our Wednesday doubleheader serving for you guys. It's going to be Rain or Shine and Phoenix later on. Samantalang ito na si Abu Tratter trying to back down on Bohot. Kicks it to Mendoza. The swing to BJ. BJ on the drive. Can't finish it. Ball on the floor. Abueva quicker to it as usual. At ito na ang Titan. Abueva's laces are off as he runs. And the layup from Fran Yu.
Fran Yu found the baseline. He just hoisted that ball up on a prayer. At pumasok naman yung bola.
Well, they'll take it. Titan up by 1. Dumont misses the outside J, and Ambohot the easy rebound.
Titan with a 1-point lead.
A 4 from Fran Yu. Was hoping for a call. Nothing came. Ambohot will lay it in.
And you were saying it, Charlie, quicker to the ball. Titan getting those 50-50 chances.
And Ambohot's first 2 points of the game. He's played extended minutes, but hasn't even taken too many shots. And that's a foul on Ambohot as he fouls Tratter, who completes it, just overpowering J.O. Ambohot and Tratter back to the line for a bonus free throw.
What is post-up move? There's that spin.
Hawak-hawak niya sa bewang.
Oh, and Tratter connecting that time. And token double team there by Calvin Abueva. Abueva didn't want to commit another foul. Tratter now. Opportunity to hit a 3-point play.
But he misses as Balanza gets that rebound. Lamang pa rin ang isa ang Titan Ultra. 61-64.5 remaining in the third. Abueva to Pesumal, the specialist. That's down. That's the first 4 of the game. And as you mentioned, he's shooting splendidly from that area.
That's right. That's a 6-4-pointer scored by Pesumal in this conference. Oh, that floater had nowhere to go except for you. Ito na naman si Pesumal.
That's overshot. Mendoza comes down with it. Goes to Cedric Bearfield, who waits for the others. Escoto, Cruz, Dumont, corner 3. Mendoza. Ayaw. And then a foul on the rebound play. Who's it going to be?
I think it'll be on Tratter.
Abu Tratter nga.
Ito makita natin yung 4-point shot galing kay Pesumal. We saw that very clearly. He was beyond the 4-point arc. And the connection is 6th of the conference. Pesumal was 0 out of 3 in the first half.
He has a couple of buckets here. A quick 7 para sa kanya. Quick 9.
8 points na. Make that 9 points.
Here's Bearfield. He's been quiet. He got an early 10 points and then shut down after that. Dalf Panopio.
Venetia's back in the game.
Cedric. Panopio is blocked. Harap-harapan. Sinupalpal ni Von Pesobal. Abueva in the middle. Bounces to Monzon. Well run back break by the Titan Ultra Giant Risers.
And a big 7-point lead erected now by the Giant Risers in that fast break play. Anchored on Calvin Abueva with the pass. And a wide open shot for Monzon.
Ito yun, oh. Nasupalpal. Naabutan niya si Panopio.
Tapos down the middle.
Organize what we're doing. It will get you shots. I promise you, you will get good shots. Get into your offense. And then I don't care what happens here. Don't put your hand down. Get your ass back. Come on, Evan. Come on.
Expressing a lot of frustration in that huddle, si Coach Jeffrey Cariaso, urging his guys to get it on, make things happen. Because Titan is up by 7 with 3:27 to go in the third. Just playing better ball here in the third period.
All about defense, and Coach Jeff telling his boys, you got to get back down on defense. That transition D is so important to stop Titan from scoring easy baskets as they did in the last play.
David. Sinasayawan si Ambohon. Sabay ikot. And the shot is good.
Showing some good ball handling skills in Christian David.
And he's a smooth operator at that position, so he can actually use a mismatch. Too sharp on that three. Monzon keeping it alive for Titan. Yun yung sinasabi natin. Talagang andun lang yung hustle talaga. And look at Calvin Abueva drawing yet another foul. At babalik siya sa linya para sa dalawang free throws as they try to extend what is now a 5-point lead. 2 minutes and 49 to go. Welcome to timeout, Coach Cardel.
Alvin, ikaw na to. Kasi ikaw na mag-free throw. Okay, ikaw na to. Josh, going the middle. Gio, tsaka Alice. Downstairs. Double please. If we can double. Okay? Para makakunan yung takbo. Then go.
For Titan Ultra, they're looking for guys who can put it in the hoop, and Von Pesumal has done that here in the second half so far. 9 points all here in the third quarter.
Well, he's answering the call, and that's exactly what he's known for. He is a shooter, a designated shooter. A 4-pointer now in his bag of points in this contest, and Calvin Abueva, he'll be at the line. Now, the passing of Titan has been on point here in the third quarter. And Calvin Abueva sinks 1 out of his 2 free throws, and he does. That'll be 6 assists now, chalked up by Titan in this quarter alone against 3 for Blackwater. So they're getting better ball movement. They're finding the open man. And Calvin Abueva, 2 free throws para sa kanya.
Speaking of assists, let's pass it over to Ato.
Attorney Engadine, a lot of questions posted by Coach Jeff Cariaso in the huddle. Why are we suddenly a step slower? Why are we on the wrong side? Why are we hesitating? He tells his players, get into the offense, and I promise you will get good shots. He's trying to organize what they're trying to do. Back to you guys.
Trying to get philosophical already to si Coach Jeff Cariaso, basically asking you know, why they exist in this court is not going to play well at all. And there's an outside shot from David, which is one and done. Rebound taken by Ambot. You know, Ambot's been quietly patrolling the boards pretty well inside. He and Aris Dionisio earlier.
That's another rebound for Titan.
Bueva upo muna. Kate Flores in the game. 2:10 to go. Third quarter. Kate Flores nakapapasok lang. Naipit. Tumira, no go. Nakuha na ni Bradwin. Ito si Cedric Bearfield.
2 minutes.
Big turnaround here for Titan in the rebounding department. They have now out-rebounded Blackwater in this quarter, 17-8. Laking bagay nun, ha?
And Bradwin Ginto gets one inside. Lead down to 5, a minute and 42. Melesio with Panopio on him. Aljun goes to Ambot. He has a three-point shot. Doesn't knock that one down, but Kate Flores kept it alive. Another chance.
And that's another board here for Titan. This time off the offensive glass.
Kick to Aljun, the quick release. Won't go. Kate Flores taps it out. Munzon finds Melesio. Quick pass to Dionisio. Dionisio the drive. Goes glass off target. Nakuha na ng white shirts. Panopio. Oh, Ginto was all alone. Hindi nabigyan. Pero tumref naman. Si Dal Panopio cuts the lead down to just 2 points.
Big basket there by Panopio. And that's 12 points para sa kanya. Made the decision to take the shot all by himself, even if there was man open close to the basket. Here's a steal by Bearfield.
Move to one. Goes to Panopio. Panopio to Bearfield for the lead. Doesn't get it. Kate Flores.
That's still another rebound for Titan. Pag nagbiminti sa Blackwater, it's just one and done. Munzon now slowing the pace. Less than 30 seconds to go here. And there's a turnover.
Unforced error.
A turnover against Titan with 27.6 seconds to go in this quarter. And Titan just ahead by 2.
Munzon just lofted it.
Yeah.
Pa-dribble siya. Biglang nawala sa kanyang control. 3-second difference between the clocks. As Blackwater will try to tie this up or take the lead before quarter 3 ends.
Bearfield has been super quiet here in the second half. Has not scored in the third quarter.
The bounce. That was tight. Trotter to Cruz Dumont. Can't put that one in. Trotter skying high. Para sa rebound na yun. And Kate Flores will get called for his 5th personal foul.
Yes, and Trotter will go to the line for the free throws.
A chance to tie it. There are still 6.6 seconds on the clock though.
Trotter has done a yeoman's job here for Blackwater in this quarter. First defending Calvin, getting rebounds, getting buckets. But he missed the free throw. Trotter of 53. Make that 52.9% free throw shooter.
Pesumal comes in with 6.6 to go para palitan si Joshua Munzon. What's Munzon saying to his coaches?
He created that turnover that gave Blackwater a chance to score.
Munzon have to exit because...
Has he been replaced?
Yes, well, by Juan Pesumal. But there's some confusion. Maybe they didn't intend to take Munzon out, but that was the announcement, and so that's what's happening right now. We'll have to play on.
Another missed free throw.
Melesio will try to rally and get that to go. And he does. Right before the quarter ends. Nakahirit pa ang Titan instead of a tie. We have a 4-point Titan lead as we enter the 4th and final quarter. guys, come on. Bola natin, ha? Bola natin. Tawag tayo ngayon. Gio, Gio! Asawa si Gio. Bola natin, bola natin. Side! Nakakatatlong quarter na po tayo rito sa NAS. At lamang ang Titan ng 4, 71-67. Pag points in the paint, inside scoring. Lamang ng 4 ang Blackwater as some of their guys have been getting more chances inside. His defensive rebounds as well and putbacks. Abu Prater had a good third period. Calvin Abueva overall, another solid game para sa kanya. As he has operated underneath, another double for him, 19 and 10 with 2 blocks pa. Tapos sa kabila naman, si Dalf Panopio has had a pretty good game. The third pick in the last draft, he's had 12.7 boards. May 3 steal pa. May 2 block pa from the guard position for Dalf Panopio.
But a big turnaround dito for Titan was in the rebounding department. They out-rebounded Blackwater in the third period, 22-11. And malaking bagay nun because that gave Titan a lot of opportunities to score. Entering the fourth period now with a 4-point advantage.
Titan the first possession, pero nakita natin who checked in, no? For Blackwater din. Entering the first action of the game, Paul Zamar looking for scoring. Well, Paul Zamar is a guy who will get you some points in a hurry.
And Ular missing that shot from medium range. That's his first attempt in the entire game.
Paul Zamar goes to Prater, who throws it towards us. Right here on the court side, pero may tumapik. Kaya naman, kanila pa rin ang bola. 7 to shoot. Zamar checks the clock. Puts it up. That bounces out. There's a shove underneath. Ato Ular, kaya matatawagan ng foul. Ato Ular, first action of the game as well. So 2 guys come in for the first time to start the fourth quarter. Ato Ular for Titan and Zamar for Bossing.
Ular actually played in the first half very briefly.
Very shortly, yes.
And he hardly made a dent. In fact, he didn't pick up a single stat in 4 minutes and 25 seconds.
Hindi natin maalala rin.
Oh my. But here's Prater. He's been on a tear, but he's been missing free throws. And that time,
yeah, he double dribbled.
Yeah, that's an infraction.
He did, and everyone else saw it. Nakita natin agad natin Titan gumagano. You've been showing the double dribble sign as we turn it over once again to Apple.
Very particular si Coach John Cardell in the plays they won around the first few possessions in the fourth quarter. Now going back to that heartbreaking ending last game, yes, Josh Monson made a bad decision of fouling Atonte Sesio, but if they could have made a couple of plays before that, that game would have been over earlier. So it's really yung execution or making sure they execute well every possession as much as they can, especially here in the fourth. Back to you guys.
Tama yun, but right now it's really a test for these 2 teams kasi sunod-sunod na pagkatalo na. They have to show that they're capable of winning in the end game.
And Blackwater, nagkakanya-kanya na naman sila, no? That time, a very poor shot.
And Ambot gets hit on the way to the hoop. Mukhang 2 free throws ang ibibigay kay Gio. It's a little winded. Christian David, pangatlong personal yan. Free throws for Ambohot, former Letran star who did start his career with Converge.
That's Christian David on your screens. A lot of Letran players.
Dami.
In the lineup of Titan, they've got 5. But yung punto sinasabi natin kanina about Blackwater, nakakanya-kanya sila. Kanina, Zamar took the shot, didn't pass, and then it was Tratter who was called for a violation as he also tried to get things going for him on a one-on-one basis. And then finally, that Malilin shot also went nowhere. So if that ball would keep moving for Blackwater, they'd have better chances to find better opportunities to score.
David looking to hand off. Who's coming to get it? Bearfield. Cedric not looking for his shot too much, and he misses one more time. Malilin saves it. Christian David sizing up Ato Ular. He'll attack, but taken away by the defensive player. Ito si Aris Dionisio. Binalik kay Aris. Babato ng 3. Nice line, but short. So he's 1 out of 3 from 3, if I'm not mistaken. Ito si Aris Dionisio.
Well, back in the third quarter, Blackwater only 4 assists, while Titan picked up 6. At nakikita natin dito, hindi na naman nagpapasahan ng Blackwater. Kanina, Christian David was stripped, but there's a foul by Titan that time.
Kuntapay comes back in para palitan si Gio Ambohot.
I'll tell you, Blackwater is certainly missing the services of RK Ilagan. As you take a look at what Cedric Bearfield has done here, he has not scored at all in the second half. Melencio going back to the bench, he's got 11 points. Ilagan would have put some better passing for Blackwater. Here's the pass coming from Zamar, and that was a connection. See, good things happen if you're sharing the ball.
Right.
Zamar with a back pass, chalk up the assist for the veteran, Paul Zamar. You know, Zamar, he's 38 years old, a 4th-round draft choice of Ginebra back in 2012, working his way back to the PBA.
Frank Yu forces it.
Oh, yes! He scores!
Wow, what a shot.
Yu put it up, got the foul with the help of the glass, got the shot. He'll go to the line.
Paul Zamar with that foul. Panoorin natin. Itong play. Naghanap na ng konting contact. Narinig yung pito, init siya. Pabandang tira off the window, brought to us by Arena Plus Sportsbook. And a bonus free throw coming up, which would stretch the lead to 6.
This could be a 4-point play.
Yep.
For Fran Yu, and he makes it.
The old-fashioned way.
And Fran Yu with 8 points in this game. The lead is 6. Ang naghahanap ng orchestrator si Coach Jeff Carriazo might have found it in the veteran Paul Zamar. That's a 4-pointer coming from Cedric Bearfield.
Look what's waiting on the other side.
Easy 2 points. And again, nobody home in transition for Blackwater. No passing that time. Bearfield taking the shot all by himself from 4-point territory.
Balo na lamang ng Titan. Ginto got tied up by Fran Yu, but they're gonna call a foul kasi tinamahan daw ang braso ni Bradwin Ginto.
Not a smart foul because Ginto had nowhere to go in that situation. Would have been too far to take a shot, and the defense was all over him. Ito ang nangyari kanina, that baseball pass.
Here's Panopio back in the game. Bounce to Ginto. He'll kick it out to David. Gets it back. Almost take it away. Panopio. Corner 3, Bearfield.
Still nothing.
And Dionisio, another rebound. Abueva. Oh, no go from Calvin. Trying to keep it alive. Ball on the floor. Foul. Calvin. Right?
It looks like it will be a foul when Calvin Abueva tried to get the ball back.
That is the face of disagreement with the call.
And he tried to score in transition. Ang bilis ni Calvin, talagang pure energy ito.
Sometimes too fast for his own good as well. So,
but he's such a game changer, that's for sure. 8-point lead here for Titan. Ano kaya ang gagawin dito ng Blackwater? They'll need better execution.
Oh! Ginto bubbled that one. They go to Malilin.
They will not score.
Pinamalas pa sa shooting. Pasok na yun para kay Malilin. Pero niluwaan ng ring.
Wala na si Samar on the floor for Blackwater. Panopio's back in.
Munzon. Screen from Kuntapay. Bukas si Munzon from 3. That's off. Way off. Straight out of bounds.
7:26 to go here. Blackwater down by 8. But they need to work a little bit harder, especially off the boards, especially in orchestrating their offense. Need better ball movement. There's a high screen for Bearfield. There's a roll to the basket. No pass to Ginto. Wide open, Christian David.
Can't get it to
That's
drop
not
again.
falling.
Kuntapay the rebound. Those are 2 straight 3-pointers which were halfway down. Pero nilawa. And the ball is on the floor. Panopio and Kuntapay are gonna jump it up.
And Charlie, nawala yung advantage ng Blackwater in terms of size. And we were saying at the half that they capitalized on their size to get a big edge in points in the paint, 20-10. And also second chance points, 7-2, because they had control of the rebounds and they had 4 more offensive rebounds. But here in the second half, nawala yung control nila sa boards. And there's Fran Yu hitting it once more. That's a three-pointer coming from Fran. And he's in double figures in this contest as Titan is broken away with an 11-point lead.
7 points for Fran Yu from what was just a 4-point lead up to 11. 6:50 to go.
Maganda yung pasa galing kay Calvin Abueva. Kung sino yung bukas, siya ang papasahan.
When we are in a jump ball and the ball is not here, the jump ball is here, next to your man. Stay next to your man. More than half a quarter, guys. More than half a quarter. Come on, 7 minutes to play from here. You can't be tired. You can't be tired. All right, we got to play from here. Okay, make sure we get a good shot. Hey, attack the basket. Attack the basket.
Joshua Munzon doing his usual. 13 points, 3 assists para sa kanya. He's been playing some solid defense as well, stripping the ball away and preventing his opponents from scoring. Clearly a big reason why they're up by 11. Abueva, Munzon, and a bunch of other guys, Pesumal, Fran Yu as of late. Three minutes na hindi nakaka-score ang Blackwater. Kanina they had a long spell as well. There you go. Broken now by Panopio.
That's a good sign. Coming up the timeout. Panopio drilling it from beyond the 3 arc.
Here's Munzon. Down to 10 to shoot. Munzon puts it up. Can't finish pero nakadraw naman siya ng foul. 2 free throws para kay Joshua Munzon, the former #1 pick in the PBA draft from Cal State, LA.
That's a 1-2 scoring punch for Titan. Munzon at saka si Abueva, both of them averaging over 20 points a game. At kanina nabanggit natin that Titan had 6 veteran transfers and 3 rookie additions. And those veteran transfers are Aljun Malesio, Ato Ular, Geo Ambohot, Von Pesumal, James Martinez, also a veteran transfer, and Roy Suman. So those are 6 players, 6 veterans joining Titan in the offseason. And then the rookies, Mario Barasi, there's Kyle Monje, and RV Bringas. Some of them are not in the active list at the moment.
Monje has not seen action. He came over in the David Defonso trade.
And for Blackwater, tatlo ka din ng veteran transfers. That's Dave Borel, Paul Zamar, Jed Mendoza.
Air ball from Christian David. 10 points down and nothing there. One and done as we've mentioned time and again.
Still a lot of time left here for Blackwater to stage a comeback. But Fran Yu has provided quite a big spark for Titan out of the backcourt position.
Joshua Munzon again in the paint, missing. And Danny Kuntapay able to get another offensive rebound, Dean.
Yeah, that's domination off the boards.
Yeah, they're out hustling the big guys of Blackwater.
And that's key. Yung board work ng Titan, that has turned things around para sa kanila.
What's going on with Joshua Munzon as they pick him up?
Okay ba? Okay ba si Josh?
Mukhang okay naman. Papunta na rin si Doc pero naglalakad na. Papuntang bench si Joshua Munzon. Might have tweaked something. Pointing at his leg. As Kuntapay will take couple of free throws. So labas muna si Monzon, pinarik si Aris Dionisio, who has been a welcome addition for Titan.
Yeah, he gives them tough defense, good outside shooting, also rebounding, and Kuntapay misses his free throw. Lead still at 10.
Dami knocks down the second one, splits his free throws, but that's an 11-point lead, 5 minutes and 45 remaining. Two teams looking to get a win, you know. Sunod-sunod na nga ang pagkatalo nitong dalawang koponan. Sarap siguro ng pakiramdam mamaya kung sino magwawagi sa laban na ito, as Dals Panopio has tried his best for his team to get a win, but he misses on that play.
Shot.
Yes.
And again, the good defense by Titan. I mean, I'm surprised that out of the losses of Titan, as Fran, you almost hitting from way outside.
Almost, for sure.
Oh.
And then a foul on the rebound. Cruz Dumont, it seems, grabbing the arm of Dami Kuntapay. Just the bigger player, si Kuntapay, attempting that. Watch it.
And here it is. Kuntapay actually had the ball. And then Dumont tried to pry it away from his grip. At nabanggit natin kanina about Titan, their average losing margin, 21 points. But now, looks like they've made major adjustments in playing better defense. And here is a drive to the hole, almost a botched play.
Yeah.
But Pesumal will go to the line. He's been,
napaganda pa para sa
yeah, he's been a big contributor offensively for Titan in the second half.
Ano ba yung 21-point losing margin ng Titan? Gawa kasi ng dalawang napakalaking pagkatalo, di ba? Yung dalawang game against Converge and TNT.
Well, for Converge, they lost by 37 points. And TNT, they lost by 38 points. But yung talo nila sa Rain or Shine, that was just by 1 point.
In the last couple of seconds of the game, Dean.
So mukhang Cardell has gotten his adjustment screws going. He's tightening the screws. He's gotten a better performance here from Titan.
And Blackwater just can't seem to click on offense sa quarter na ito. Wala pang 5 minutes na titira. David, another miss. Way off one more time for Christian David.
That was a good pass coming from Trotter on the cut by David. And here we go once more.
Abueva, that was blocked off there. Seemed to be a block by Abu Trotter. Looked like it. I don't know if the stats guys are going to credit that to him. Titan now calls a timeout. 4:42 ang natitira sa ating laban.
Bon, pusipon ha, Bon. Calvin. Bon, inbound ka Bon ha. Inbound ako. Calvin, ito Bon. Inbound ka. Hindi. No. Ito si Bon. Okay, pass. Tingnan nyo ha. Ganyan tayo. Ganyan tayo ha. Tingnan nyo. Mag-isling kay Bon. Ganyan lang tayo. Dalawa to kunin natin. Baka libre. Pag wala.
Yeah, si Coach John Cardell talking to his guys. They might get a victory today. We'll see. On Saturday, November 15, the Aquilino Pimentel Jr. International Convention Center will host Rain or Shine and Tropang 5G TNT for a game. And you know, frequent visitor naman ng PBA sa CDO, so we hope the fans can come out again and join. Sa Bahrain naman, December 15, Khalifa Sports City Arena. It's gonna be the Chicken Templados Hot Shots against the E-Painters. Tapos Rain or Shine sa Barangay Ginebra ang mangyayari on December 17.
So back-to-back games for Rain or Shine in Bahrain.
Yeah, they agreed to be the team na dalawang laro.
There's gonna be a foul. Oh, sandali. No, he lost possession.
Yeah, lost possession lang.
Lost possession.
Naka-fourth and turnover din. A chance to come back. With 4:41, that's a lot of time.
12-point lead here for Titan. But Blackwater has to make a concerted move here to bring down this lead. Pasumalo on Bearfield. Bearfield held to just 10 points. And he will finally score.
There
That's
you
his
go.
first bucket in the second half. Kailangan na kailangan niya ng Blackwater. Fan Yu, he's kept Malaysia on the bench.
Right. When you hit a 4 and 3 and
Oh, look at that shot coming from Calvin. Rather ill-advised. That's a low percentage shot. Giving an opportunity once more. For Blackwater. That's another bucket for Blackwater. Back-to-back baskets. And now the lead is 8.
It's down to 8 with 4:02 remaining.
And that was coming off a timeout.
Can't relax in the end game. Gotta put games away if you're Titan. They were up big against Rain or Shine and lost that.
That's a no-look pass coming from Bearfield. Again, yung punto sinasabi natin, pag nagpapasahan ng Blackwater, good things are happening. Pag nagkakanya-kanya sila, nako, bad things.
Big boy! Pass to Joe! Pass to Joe! Calvin! Lumaw, baka libre! Nothing happened! Nothing happened! Running ball screen! Calvin! Calvin, pag wala kang pasa, lumipat ka rito! Baka pwede rin tayo pumosit ka. Ha? Come on! Matagal na yan!
Si Christian David, isa sa mga inaasahan ni Coach Jeff Carriazo. Masama kanyang laro sa huling laban nila kontra sa NX. Ngunit ngayon, double-double na siya. Hindi maganda kanyang kartada from the field, 6 of 19 lamang. But now that they're in this situation trying to catch up, he's helped them a couple of times hitting outside shots. Just the play before the timeout was an alley-oop layup that he hit. Apple, anong dagdag mo dyan?
Sabi nga ni Christian David, off-night siya last game. Looking back, he was rushing, forcing shots. And yung pressure daw getting into him, ang taas ng expectation niya sa sarili niya. He got excited a little too much. So he really needs to just calm down and let the game come to him. But what he needs to consciously work on is yung counter-adjustment niya sa adjustment sa depensa ng mga teams sa kanya. Sabi nga niya, teams are defending him differently now just because ganda lang ng pinakita niya last conference. So we'll see how he's gonna respond to that. Balik sa'yo.
Thanks a lot, Apple. Sa isang kwento ni Apple, ang dami nang nangyari. Naka-tres si Franyu, naka-layup pa si Calvin Abueva. Biglang yung lamang, 13 na ulit.
Coming off the timeout, mukhang napagsabihan ni Coach Johnny Lucardel, guys, let's not throw away this opportunity to pick up a win. And here is another easy 2 points. Oh no, they'll get it from the line.
Yeah, it wasn't easy enough kasi Noel Malilin did challenge.
There was a pushing foul.
Pero tutuwa ka rin sa Titan, talagang pag nakuha nila yung bola, release sila agad. Talagang atake agad. And,
ang bilis eh. Well, they're #1 in fast break points for a reason. And Calvin Abueva, he's a guy who likes to penetrate and attack the rim. He's the ultimate slasher. But he's also willing to give up the ball, as he has done many times in this contest.
Swak yung unang free throw ni Joshua Munzon.
Abueva with 4 assists in this contest along with 11 rebounds.
Jed Mendoza comes in for Dolph Panopio for the last 3:03 ng ating laban. But Titan with a comfortable lead. Another free throw coming up would make it 15. But it doesn't fall. They'll take the 14 if you're Titan. Bearfield. 3 from Christian. Way off. Puro board lang ang tinamaan.
Can't get his range.
And Abueva attacks again. Lost it on the bump. Gets it back.
Tries to get it back,
then out of bounds.
but he will lose possession.
And these are the things, you hear Coach Cardell, sometimes maybe you want to harness Abueva in a little bit, but you live and die with that type. And he's been that type of player, game changer indeed.
And he's an energizer. He's brought a lot of intensity to this lineup.
They sit Christian David down as Bearfield hits another bucket.
That's 14 points now for Bearfield. But very meek reply is Franyu. And Titan wants him to handle the ball.
You don't want to leave Franyu open right now if you're Blackwater. He's been knocking down outside shots.
He got 14 points. Tremendous effort here from Franyu.
Fading away Munzon. It won't drop. Keeping it alive. Calvin Abueva. Naurong pa ang headband.
He's got 21 points now, and Calvin will go for more. from the free throw line.
Almost had the headband knocked off his head.
Oh, and then it's Munzon who will be at the line for free throws. Dali, Munzon ba o si Calvin?
Calvin.
Si Calvin. Nakapwesto rin si Munzon.
Foul was committed by James Una. Yung rookie. First game niya dito. Calvin gets it to roll right in.
That's 22 points now for Calvin, and he's hitting his average in this conference. He's averaging 22.3.
We'll talk about the green light, Dean. You know, from the start of this game, he took the first 2 or 3 shots and sunod-sunod na.
And now with 23, that's over his average. And can you imagine in the Philippine Cup last conference, he averaged just 9.9 points. And now 22.3 points his average is conference.
And he's 13 of 15 from the free throw line. He's made his living from the line in Bearfield. Dribbling display blew up as he lofted the ball out of bounds.
That kind of one-on-one situations that Blackwater has been doing when they're not passing the ball, when they're focusing on just individual skills, talagang walang mangyayari sa kanila. And look at frustration now on the face of Coach Jeff Carriazo.
Oh, for sure.
They're trying to double. Here's Franyu.
Another
with a
one.
shot. Almost.
So pumasok pa yun. Sobrang tindi na ni Franyu. That's a foul on Joshua Munzon. Free throws. Well, what's your Titan? You just want to wrap this up already. Get out of here as quickly as you can.
What should put a big smile on the face of Coach John Adel Cardel is the way Titan played defense, especially in the second half. Nag-iba ang kanilang posture on defense. They've held Blackwater down to just 79 points, so less than 80 in this game. And here's Malilin continuing to score. He's been the bright spot. The lone bright spot, Christian Devin, an off night para sa kanya. Si Bearfield had a strong start, tapos he tapered off. Did not score in the third quarter. Abueva again carrying the load, and he will miss, get the offensive rebound. He can do everything. Gets another rebound.
Another board. Kicks it out to Franyu.
Nice pass.
You love that because he rewarded Abuhot for all his effort in keeping that ball alive.
And that's what you want from your point guard. And here is another steal. And Monzon with the easy 2 points.
Abueva apologizing to you again. I chose Monzon over you, Mr. Fran. Hanging in the air, Cedric Bearfield. They'll pick him up as he'll take 2 free throws, but the game is done. Titan will win, break that 4-game losing streak, Dean.
Yeah.
But Coach Jeff's team now will have its own 4-game losing streak.
When Titan was playing as Northport in the last Philippine Cup conference, they picked up only 2 wins. Now they already have 2 wins, and they're looking good. I mean, that loss to Rainer Shai, that could have been a win para sa Titan.
And look at that coming in the game. It's Kobe. That's Kobe Bonhe. And you'll see some action for 41.8. But this is his second game, I think, with them.
Yes, it is.
And they'll put in the big guy, Barasi, one more time just to finish it up. And rewarding, of course, Gio on board, so you can clap for him, give him some low and high fives as he goes out. Bearfield puts those in. So Bearfield will have a decent scoring night, but if you see how he scored 10 in the first quarter and just tapered off the rest of the way, can't be too happy about that.
With the steal and the bucket once more. And full court press here from Blackwater. A little bit too late. Less than 30 seconds to go.
Here's Monhe. And
Monhe just got the ball.
The veteran.
Yeah.
This guy's going to do something. You know it. Kicks to the corner. Jonicio. Barasi kept it alive. He'll power up and miss. Ball stays with them. 7.2. Pero malamang di natitira yan. Do they want to extend that? Try to pile up the points in case there are ties somewhere along the way. Monhe. Hahawakan na lang yata ni Kobe.
And looks like they're not going to score any longer. And that wraps it up. A big 11-point win here for Titan. Blackwater was actually ahead at the half, but a big turnaround by the Giant Risers in the second half, dominating the boards, getting more assists, playing much better defense. And understandably, the best player should be Calvin Abueva, but we wanted to give it to someone who rose to the occasion, given that they're the Giant Risers. And Fran Yu, finishing with 14 points then in the fourth quarter. We gave it to this little big man who hit that big three-pointer off the window and then hit another three-pointer. Look at that plus-minus for Fran Yu. Gotta give it to the small guy, and Fran Yu is the best player of the game.
7 assists pa. Also orchestrating well. That's the final score of this first game of our Wednesday doubleheader. 97-86 Titan over Blackwater. Coming up will be Rain or Shine in Phoenix for the Dean, Kinito, Hanson, and for Apple, David, all in pink today. Ako naman po si Charlie Cuna. Maraming salamat sa inyong panonood, but stay tuned for game number 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, our best player of the game is Fran Yu with 14 points, 7 assists, 2 steals, A plus 27. Congratulations, Fran. Alam ko, unti-unti niyong tinanabaho itong panalo na ito. And after 4 consecutive losses, gaano ka-special itong panalo na ito para sa'yo?
Siyempre, masaya kasi makakuha kami ng momentum sa mga next remaining games namin. Tsaka maganda na bigyan namin agad ng panalo si Aris Dionisio.
Yung game na to, palitan ng puntos kayo. It was in the fourth quarter kung saan lumayo na talaga ang Titan. That's also the quarter where you poured 10 points of your 14. Anong mga opportunities offensively yung kinapitalize on mo just to ensure that you emerge victorious in this game?
Siguro nag-focus kasi sila kila Calvin, kila Josh. So pag nabigyan ako ng bola, tinitira ko na lang. Luckily, pumapasok.
All right, thank you so much, Fran. Now, maraming tao pumunta dito para pumuporta sa inyo. Any greetings?
Binabati ko yung team owner namin, si Boss Brian Galantok, si Boss Danny, yung family ko, kay Dos, anak ko, tsaka sa tito ko, kay Tito Bong. Tsaka happy birthday, Ashley Sumang.
All right, thank you so much, Fran, and congratulations once again to Titan Ultra Giant Risers. Now, let's hear from our winning coach.
Yes, we are joined by our winning coach, Coach John Cardell. Coach, congratulations.
Thank you.
What a way to bounce back. Although slow start, ang bilis naman naka-recover ng team, especially in the fourth quarter this time. Sinigurado nyo wala nang meltdown.
Yes, kala ko hindi ako makakapunta ulit dito. Kala ko last game yung first game. But anyway, katulad din sinabi ko kanina sa iyo, Apple, no? Alam, we have to change our attitude dun second half kasi magkanya-kanya ulit kami. Hindi kami nakapag-push ng bola. Kaya yung game, kaya lumamang yung first half yung Blackwater because of that. But in the third quarter and fourth quarter, we do our game plan, especially in pushing the ball and playing defense. And Berryfield medyo nalimit namin kahit papano. And David medyo ganun din, ano? We have a good plan defending them.
Now,
looking to break their losing streaks, Titan or Blackwater, what would it be sa game na ito? Strong start for Blackwater. Cedric Bearfield got them off to that jump start as he knocks down a long three-pointer from the top. He had 10 points in that first quarter. Tapos, later on, para sa Titan, pumasok na nilang pinakabagong player, si Aris Dionisio. In the transition, he just stops and pops the three. Knocks that one in, dude.
A lot of confidence behind that shot. Galing kay Aris Dionisio. At tapos naman si Kate Flores. Ang makikita natin dito on the steal and a dunk just to end the first quarter on time.
20-18 ang ating score. Lamang ng dalawa sa dakdak na yon mula kay Kate Flores, ang Titan Risers. And so the game was a really tight one in the early goings. Panoorin natin ulit. Si Kate, quiet game para kay Kate Flores, saddled by foul trouble most of the match. Ito na nga yung ating first quarter score. Come in the second quarter, Dalf Panopio for Blackwater woke up, creating, getting a steal, and then finishing all the way on the other side against Aljun Melesio. Naka-finish siya ron, pero pinawihan naman siya ni Aljun.
And Aljun Melesio finishing in double figures. Watch this play right here. getting the screen off the curl and then hitting the three-point basket. Alvin Manesha finishing with 11 points, but Troy Malilin had one of his best games as a pro. And watch that movement, and then the separation to get the bucket from medium range. And at the end of 2 quarters, it was Blackwater ahead by 5.
Pasok sa third quarter. Calvin Abueva, agresibo all throughout the game. Sinaksakan ng depensa ng Blackwater, pasok yun off the glass. On the other side, leading for offense, they find Christian David. Dancing with the defense, gets into the lane, spins and hits that shot despite the contact.
It was a tough night for Christian David, but that was a good shot coming from him. David actually finishing with 6 points in this contest, or make that 15 points in this contest, but he shot only 30%.
71-67, di kita ng ating labanan pagpasok ng fourth and final quarter. There was a guy who stepped up para sa Titans. It's this guy, hearing that whistle, feeling the contact, hoisting it up from three-point land. He knocks it off the glass and then hits the bonus free throw as well. He's the one who helped extend the lead. Dinagdagan pa niya just moments later.
That's back-to-back three-pointers coming from Fran. He had 10 points in the fourth period out of his total 14. And then Calvin Abueva with the icing on the cake. And that transition attack by Calvin Abueva, that underscored what Coach John Edel Cardell wanted out of his boys. He wanted transition, he wanted the run-and-gun game, and he got it. Plus, the excellent defense to hold Blackwater to 86 points.